I'll be honest. I thought the phone connection was gonna be better, so the bit would have been cool. But the phone breaking up, it's just not that funny.
Killed the whole vibe, bro.
Yeah, I've got a kid here, and it's just kind of ruining it.
Red Rocks is the coolest place on earth.
Yeah. Like
It's definitely the coolest place in America.
I had so much pressure on myself going into it to just enjoy it, just because like people have just said it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
if I don't,
There's so few things that live up to the hype.
right, and like, if I don't think it's amazing, I'm the weird one.
Yeah,
because everyone just
yeah.
says it's amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, did you watch it from like backstage or as?
No, like 10th row. It was a borderline religious experience.
They're also a great OAR is a great band for that. You know,
but then you can like they're a great band because they can also like you can tell they're thankful. Like they're not like fuck we're rock stars. Like they're like we can't
This is
believe
an amazing moment.
This is happening for us.
Like I think it's funny when like Bill Burr did Red Rocks.
Yeah.
That to me is a funny thing because you're like sitting in this. It's like an amphitheater, right? Kind of. And it's beautiful. Like it's like God painted it himself.
Right.
And then Bill Burr's like, "This abortion cake over here." You know, it's like totally juxtaposition of like the two sides of like human life basically. But OAR is jam band and like you're a little bit high and you're very grateful and you're in love and all that shit.
There were like so many things when it was delayed probably a half hour because of weather, and I think any band that's outside should like hire someone to control the weather and get a half hour delay. Because it just like galvanizes the crowd.
Yeah,
like we were all like
pitch.
tied in, wind was whipping, everyone had ponchos on. It was like that's all you could hear was this plastic whipping.
Sounds terrible. I would never want to do this. The half-hour delay sounds terrible.
But it just kind of like got the crowd like juiced up and like, all right, we're all in this together. Let's fucking beat this. And then from the jump, like it was.
So then, like the skies open up, it's all clear.
It's all perfectly clear. Like
God,
this, and then like you have to keep checking throughout the day. Like I had to keep being like, you gotta look behind us because you see up. That's where the rocks are. That's where
So it's almost a view for them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
And then I would take like laps every 15 minutes just because the sun would go down more, and then like the sunset would change.
Oh, cool.
And then like as the night goes on, the moon starts to come up, and the moon's over like Mark's head. It was just.
I think that's
insane.
why it's such a big deal because I think it's a cool venue for the artists.
Yeah,
they are like usually just looking at the same fucking thing everywhere they go.
Yeah,
and now they get to play in front of like this landscape.
You could decidedly tell like they were. I've seen OAR 20, 30 times, and they're always great. But they are. I actually told them last night. I was like, I think I'm officially a group, So like, whoever needs a hand jibber, let me know.
Dude, that's great.
It is like in Zach Bryan's Red Rocks album. Like he says, he's like, it's so fucking cold, like every 5 minutes, but it adds so much like character to the album because, and you can tell, like you could just see everyone's like huddled together during it. Like it adds a cool element.
There is, it's like us versus everyone else. It also is
think about
crazy.
you think there's pressure on you as a fan. Think about the pressure as the act, and they're like, we're doing Red Rocks, and we have to make sure it's a religious experience for the whole fucking crowd.
Do you know how Red Rocks came to be? We were like talking about it while we were there. Like, how the fuck did this happen? It was, I think, 1942. No,
aliens.
No, it was FDR. FDR. Whenever the Great Depression was.
When you say 1942, that's World War II. But whatever.
But
the Great Depression was in like 1929.
Was FDR still president? It's definitely
FDR was president for like forever.
Yeah,
because he was the one who like he pulled us out of the Depression, and then he stayed around for 4 terms. He was just like, "Fuck you, I'm not leaving."
He basically got like the civil engineering corps to build it because he thought the country was too depressed and we needed a big party. So they built it and had like a fucking
think about how depressed
big ass party there.
Think about how depressed the country is now, and then imagine it if we were in a period called the Great Depression.
Imagine if it wasn't just people being whiny. Imagine you actually had to sit in line for food.
Imagine if you were starving and broke. Imagine the depression then, you fucking pussies.
Imagine every picture was in black and white. That's how bad it
was. Like just waiting online. I don't wait online for ink. I can't imagine waiting online for anything, and they would just wait online for a piece of bread. Wait for like an hour, and then like here's a piece of bread. Fuck that life.
Enjoy the day.
Yeah. Ugh. Gross. Could you imagine when people say like, would you rather be like live your life now or live like Rockefeller back then.
It's always now.
Yeah, I agree with that. But also, like Rockefeller, I think they said his net worth was almost worth like $1 trillion back then because he was a billionaire back then.
Right.
Can you imagine living that life while like the rest of the world is starving to death? That's some crazy. I don't. It's not on him to fix it, but it's just like, oh, I'm good. I own 80% of oil. I don't know about you guys. The stock market fucked you guys up. I own all of the oil. I don't know. I'm gonna go live in my mansion and like drive cars. See you the fuck later.
Like when you do the math, you still could technically get, like it's not on him, but
like hook a brother up. Yeah, you don't have to, but like break off $100 million and like. People would be doing all right.
Yeah.
Because again, things cost like 20 cents. You had 2024 money back in 1924. Help him out, bro. That guy was evil. That's fucked up shit, man. Speaking of 100 million, Alex.
Wait, before I want to say something that happened.
Oh yeah. After Red Rocks,
So after Red Rocks, I drove home and I was shit faced. No, I'm kidding. I didn't get a reaction at all. I drove through I drove through the mountains hammered. No, I was not drunk at all.
I didn't even flinch.
But so I get home. I had driven the car and I had done the GPS, so like my phone was plugged in. I bring the car to the valet, get up to my room, realize I left my car in the valet. My phone in the car. And so I was like, fuck. I was so tired. I didn't want to get up. But I had like a 7:30 alarm for my flight. And I was like, I have to go get my fucking phone. Now the hotel is in the train station. Like the lobby is the train station. It's like Union Station. It's called the Crawford Hotel. And I go down, so it's like it never closes. Like it's always kind of active downstairs. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Like not a lot of people, but there are people in it and it's not weird. And so I go down to the front desk because the valet wasn't there. So I went to the front desk and was like, hey, the valet's not there. I just parked the car out there. Here's my key. He can do it. He can do what he wants with it. Yeah. So I go down and I'm like, did you give my key? Like, did you give my key to the valet? Like, I gotta get my phone out of it. And he's like, I just gave it to the guy. But if you hurry, you can probably catch him. So I run outside. Car's still there. No valet out there still. So I go back in. And I'm like, hey, I don't know where he went, but I got to get my phone. And he goes, he actually just came in. He's just sitting right outside. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I walk back outside and probably like a little further than us, but there are 3 guys sitting there. All black guys. None dressed like a valet. And I'm like,
do I make that
I gotta ask one of these random black guys if they're the fucking valet.
Are you the car servant? Are you the car servant, sir?
So I pace around the lobby 3 separate times, being like, it's like, I need my key. I need that phone because I have to get up for my flight in the morning. There's 3 guys sitting there minding their business.
Oh man!
Right? And I finally settled on like all of them just normal, and I was like, I just went to the one in the middle because he was the most like. Sitting across from the lot, like so. The big lobby is kind of the train and everything, and then off the main thing is like the front desk. Like you go into another room, and he's kind of sitting the most in line, so I could point and be like, "Yo, are you the valet?" And luckily, I nailed it first time. It was him, and he's like, "I got you, man."
Why couldn't you just be like, "Do you guys know where the valet is?"
Sure, I could have done that. Yeah, that would have been great.
That's what my exact thought was.
It's me. That's good.
It was 1:30 in the morning. I was so tired, and I was just like, I need this fucking phone, and I have to do like a racial exam before I have
it's so awkward being white. So awkward.
It's like 1:30 in the morning at the train station. Excuse me, sir, are you the valet? Dude's like, no, I have a train in 20 minutes. The fuck
Why
are you
do you think on that? Oh no, yeah, that is terrible.
I've asked this before, but what did people in old times do for alarm clocks?
Wake up call.
Huh?
What?
Wake up call.
How old time are you talking?
Yeah.
Like 18.
Single
date's not going to my 18.
Like long time ago. I think they legit. I've read this before. First of all, they created some shit that's like a candle that just like when it melts, it eventually like, the wax like drops some was like nails, like drops like metal or some shit like that.
Okay,
It makes
yeah.
a noise. But I
It's
do
like
think
a
they also, I
gold
think like
machine
town
type thing?
criers were just people who would walk up and be like, wake the fuck up. I
Really?
think they had people who would
Really?
just be
Yeah.
I'd
like,
murder that guy every day.
that guy's job sucks. You want to talk about awkward? Like, it's 7 a.m. I got to be the guy to yell to wake up the whole town.
Also, just how
I think
you,
it was just sunlight too.
How
It was
you
just, like-
select that guy is like you just have a town meeting. Like, who gets up the earliest?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Who's the
All right, Rick, you're in
biggest
charge.
loser here? Yeah. You call the shot.
You control this town's economy now.
I also
What if
can't
that guy
imagine.
doesn't wake up in time?
Right?
Yeah.
Fucked. I can't imagine there was much sleep going on back then.
But also, I can't imagine that they had anything early to wake up for. Like, you don't have like a 6 a.m. flight that you need to catch.
I
So
think
like,
they
was it?
exclusively needed to wake up early for like to work during the sunlight.
But that's the Cox wakes you up. The rooster.
Yeah, maybe those guys just woke you up.
Yeah. But then
Give me
like,
your best rooster impression. Nah, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Do it. Crow like a rooster.
Wait, two.
See, they don't actually say cock-a-doodle-doo though. You gotta do like a.
Yeah, but they kind of say cockadoo. Like,
you
so
have
they
to
don't
do
have
it.
tongues.
They don't have
No.
tongues. You don't think roosters have tongues? That was a good one. Your turn.
I'm not completely not gonna do
You
that.
have to do it.
You do it first. You do it first.
I just did it.
I did.
Can I just not? It is.
That's really fucking good. This kid he's Peter Pan. He can crow like a fucking rooster. Yeah.
But like nobody's waking up at. Okay.
I think they woke up early to like work on the farm though.
They
And
for
then-
sure did.
Yeah, like that was
Yeah,
the thing.
no. I'm saying that for sure. But other than like your standard like
Yeah, I know
there's
what you
nobody
mean.
that's like defaulting from their standard time. Like, does anyone have to be like, I have to get up at 3 a.m. tomorrow? Did anybody ever have to get up at 3 a.m.?
Yeah, I guess there's like people working the night shift of jobs, just like they do now.
Yeah.
It's a good question though.
Or,
If
like,
I was- yeah,
one-offs.
bro, there's no way anybody slept back then. You were laying on like a fucking rock mattress. It was hot all the time. People were probably murdering you. There's animals everywhere. There's dysentery in the streets. People probably didn't even sleep at all.
Yeah, but it's you don't have blue light. You don't have like
That made it
phone.
much easier.
Yeah. They didn't have iPads, so I'm sure they just slept like babies
I
in the middle
actually-
of like the
that's-
Civil War.
Another thing, like, I don't understand what people, like, even like my parents did when they had downtime. Like, when you get out of a shower and you're drying off.
When you get in the shower, what are you doing? I'm sitting there on my phone in the shower practically.
That's crazy. Like, that's like the one time that you should still not be able to. But like, I don't buy it. I don't believe
you
that
just sat there.
And what?
Like, dude, train rides used to be the worst.
Yeah.
If you didn't have a paper or a magazine or something, you just sat there.
I can tell you all the ingredients of L'Oreal shampoo still.
Yeah, honestly, that's what you did. That's what you did. You read the bottle, read the back of the Lysol can. Call 1-800 like poison control and weird shit like that. It was the worst. That's why like traffic and shit like that used to suck dick because it was like. First of all, you didn't have GPS. You don't know how long this traffic's going to last. It could be 10 minutes. It could be 10 hours.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on up there. You're maybe listening to the radio where the reports like there's a big accident on the GWB. You're backed up 45 minutes. But most of the time you just be like, I don't know what's going on here. And then you would just listen to the radio and it would like play like the same 5 songs and that was it. Now I get in traffic. I'm like, I'm going to be on my phone here or back home. I don't fucking care.
I would argue now, I'm just kind of realizing this now, that like it's almost becoming clear how not engaging my phone is, because I've never really, in as long as I can remember, lost like feeling in my legs on the toilet. I used to lose feeling in my legs on the toilet every day. every day.
You try to get up and just collapse.
Every day I got up with pins and needles because I was too busy reading shampoo or reading like
Before your phone?
before my phone.
So you just get lost in like the shampoo?
I'd get lost in the shampoo, or like my dad had Rolling Stone magazine, so I'd read Rolling Stone or GQ.
Yeah, you're reading a whole ass article.
Yeah.
Now you're looking at like a 15-second video. Yeah. This is like this is a 10,000 word piece.
But you could theoretically sit there and scroll as long as you want.
Well, I think people. I mean, there was an era of smartphones, and in the blog era, motherfuckers were in the bathroom for hours.
Yeah.
Because it was like you had to read, and there was always something new.
I had a buddy who would always
specifically
print
Barstool,
out
but-
Simmons' page too.
Yes,
He'd print out Simmons' page
Print out
too.
papers to go to the bathroom at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like,
You gotta
do you
announce to
realize
the
how
whole
old?
office, like, I'm going to dump.
It's so crazy.
I'm not going in here for a quick one, boys.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. Bill Simmons just compared the NBA to the MTV Challenge. I gotta go read this for 30 minutes. Like, you realize that this is where we sound old.
Yeah.
Talking about printing out entertainment. Print out entertainment? That's insane. We're ancient.
What's the least amount of battery that you'll have on your phone before you go to the bathroom? Like, how much would you risk it? Like, before you go take a shit? I'm not going with anything less than 5%.
Yeah, because if it dies in the middle, you're fucked.
Being left with your own thoughts in the toilet.
I'm also at the point where I have about an 8-foot charger in every outlet in my house. I bought 10 the other day. 10 bricks and 10 ropes, 10 wires, and I just have them all over the fucking house. But yeah, I mean, being alone with your thoughts used to be a very real thing.
One thing that haunts me, like, so I was talking to a guy, and I was like, oh, I was gonna meet him. I was like, I'm gonna go shower and shit before. But I was like saying like shower and do stuff.
I thought you meant you said it like a guy. Like
no,
guys go like shit, shower, shave.
No. I was like, I'm just gonna shower.
I was
and
about to be like, you're off the show.
No, oh my god.
I can't sit next to you.
That's exactly. So this is exactly the issue that I ran into. I was like, I'm just gonna shower and shit. And then like 4 days on it, I was like, does he think that I meant? Because I just said. So then I would like try to overcompensate and be like, yeah, like just shower, and then I really quickly got ready, and then like I
did things.
There was nothing else that I did like in the shit. But it still haunts me to this day. Like, does he think that that's what I meant? I literally just meant like a casual like shower and
shit.
You gotta start adding and shit to everything.
No, so then
shit.
Then I literally did that like. Shit. Like, I'm gonna go like do this. Like, there's a big difference between shower apostrophe n shit and shower.
You actually said that recently.
What?
I don't know the last time maybe we were on the road or maybe I forget where we were, but in the KFC Radio group chat, you were like, "All right, I'm just gonna shower and shit," and I had the exact. I was like,
I actually specifically remember that because I had PTSD, being like, I know what he means, but I don't know if these other motherfuckers know what he means.
I was like, all right, dude.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, definitely didn't mean that because I was like, I did not say that, but I would say, and get ready, I got to shower and shit like that. Wow, I was just about to say you can't ever say that, and here I am myself doing it.
Yeah.
I forget. It's
shower and shit.
Very like common thing.
That used to bug me out when even when guys would do it, they'd be like, shit, shower, shave. I was like, all right, dude. Like, I don't know. It's fucking
5/6/24. You said it.
Wow. Wow. This guy has the dates. I was about to say, no, I didn't. I'm happy I didn't say that.
Wherever we were, I can't believe I still remember. May is a long time ago. I thought it was like last month.
Would you search and shit?
Yeah, I just searched shower and shit.
Was it in Austin?
Yeah, I was gonna say it must have been on the road because I was telling you guys where I was. What I was doing.
May 6th, wherever we were. May 6th.
I feel like I remember where I was.
No, we were in LA.
Jesus
Jackie went.
Christ.
Would anyone like to go to Erewhon in a little? I said, "What's a little?" I'm down like an hour. Kevin said, "Yes, I got to shower and shit." What time are people thinking?
Mistake that you don't want fucking know.
That's funny. Thought of everyone like on their phones going. It goes bing.
It's funny because we went to Erewhon without you. So like,
Kevin brought a whole page shoe article into the bathroom.
I've never been that guy though. I was in and out. I think it's weird to just sit on the toilet like all gross and shit. I saw a map the other day of all the countries that use bidets. It's a staggeringly low amount of countries.
Really?
Yes. Is
it just like the EU?
I think you can pull this up. It's like also countries you wouldn't think. It's a lot of the countries that like we probably look down upon. It's like, oh yeah, yeah. Just do like map of countries that use bidet.
You guys gonna watch me type bidet?
Oh yes, let's go.
Can you
come on?
Screen record pass?
So much pressure.
No.
Wait, film him. Just use your phone. Somebody just film. This is pressure packed. This is also making me think it's not gonna be that bad.
No,
It's bad.
It's bad. Okay.
There's not even one clue. I know we have B, and that's it.
Okay. B-O-U. It Hey, listen, it got the job done.
Dude, it
got the job done.
Once you hit B, it was the very first autofill.
I was purposely not looking.
Okay, I was like, oh no, it's right there.
Boudey.
Oh, she's got a bounty.
Bro, look at this though. It's like a lot of the Middle East and shit like that. Maybe not the Middle. Yeah, I mean not the Middle East, but like
Yeah, it's like the EU, Brazil.
So
India.
Is that India? Where's India? Oh yeah,
India's that big boy.
Yeah.
I thought they were, the opposite. I mean, that's like not a lot of countries.
No, because it's all fucking countries that have been colonized, right?
So it's just all England.
It's Brazil and like all like where the fucking Europeans fled, and then India. I think it's a European thing.
And then Japan, right? That's Japan.
Yeah.
I bet that's because like you're not supposed to drink the water when you travel.
Are you drinking out of a bidet? Yeah.
Does the same go?
Dude, I don't even drink the water.
Does it go up your ass? Does it get you sick? Is that what you're saying?
I would imagine it can't be good for you.
Jackie's in Mexico.
Like, up your ass.
I got Montezuma's revenge. It's like, oh, did you drink? No, I didn't drink. I think maybe just a drip got in my ass in the shower.
Bro, I don't even drink water when I leave New York.
Really?
Like if you go like down south, their water's. You go to Florida, that water's weird. It's got all the minerals in it and shit. Yeah.
I think I drink water everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
no.
again, I'm sick all the time. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say the most food poisoned man in the world strikes again. Yeah, I guess you're right. That's all just kind of. But like, I think it's one of the weirdest things in the world that we still just wipe with paper. That seems extremely archaic for this era, right? Like everything else is like ionized and 100% clean and fucking blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, just wipe it with paper.
I think
the messiest thing we do, we just smush it around and walk away. It's disgusting.
The American asshole is like a vagina; it cleans itself.
These are the kinds of conversations that like I didn't want to get stuck in.
Yeah. Yep. Well, you're back. Here you are. You're stuck. I think every toilet. I think it should be like a thing that like showers your ass. I think it should be something like the toilet like seat like seals around you and it's like a car wash. That's what we should be doing in 2024. And instead, at the most, you might get a water fountain.
I have thought like if I were to do like PR for the like Tushy or like the whatever things, it's like just spread like have somebody go and call her daddy and be like that girl was nasty.
Yeah.
And then it spreads and then everyone will have.
There you go.
Nice clean butthole.
Now, Call Her Daddy can. I think Call Her Daddy. I think Alex Cooper.
Wow, what a transition!
I
was gonna wait till we got through this, and I was gonna go. That was some of the most masterful podcasting I've ever heard. She wanted out. Doing it. She knew the topic we almost broached earlier.
There's no way she did that on purpose. If she did, it would have been great.
Like, I'm honestly giving you credit for that. I think you did that in your brain.
Subconsciously.
Subconsciously, I think
you're like we touched on this earlier. I'm gonna bring it back around and get the fuck out of this toilet talk.
Wow.
That was actually scary manipulative. like now I'm scared of you.
No, I know. It's like kind of like I don't know my own strength. Like, I cannot.
I think we're gonna do a toilet talk segment every episode now. We'll call it TT with Jackie. What's the TT, girl? I think Alex Cooper will be a billionaire. I think it's just a matter of when, not even if. I'm thinking about when to put the date on Alex Cooper becoming a billionaire, not just will she do it.
5 years.
Yeah, I was going to say like before the end of the decade.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What year is it?
2024.
4?
But I also could see a world in which she just like rides off.
I knew it made it to 10.
When are you talking about?
Like 4 and 6. I knew it was one of those. I know what year it is.
Okay.
Although last night
it made it to 10. What the fuck does that mean?
I got home. I'd been away for a few days, obviously, and I opened my mail and I had a check from my mom for $360. And I was sitting there and I was like, why the fuck did you give me this money?
It's your birthday?
And I called her and I was like, what is this check for? She's like, it's your birthday check. I'm like, okay, but like,
30.
why is it for $360? She's like, you turned 36.
36.
I was like, all right, that checks out. Like I could not for the life of me figure. I was just staring at, like, sitting in my kitchen, like, why the fuck do I have this check?
Oh, I thought it was like $1 for every day of the year, except minus like 5.
No, but it's not a regular thing she does. Like, I didn't get $350 last year. Like, I don't know. She just, for some reason.
That's weird. I thought it was a ritual you guys do. But I think Alex Cooper, I mean, she's 29, just signed what's believed to be a $100 million deal. She signed a $60 million deal at like 24, 25. So, you know, she's just going to run these like 3-4 year deals, maybe like 5-year deals. Let's say this is even a 10-year deal. She's
No chance.
No, but let's just say, you know, something crazy. She'd be signing another one still in her 30s. Like, and there's so much time to go when you're in the entertainment world. Like,
Yeah.
It's not like it's not like an athlete who stops, you know?
First of all, technically she's almost 30 because, as we know, she's a Leo podcaster, so her birthday's obviously coming up.
That's right. It's a callback.
But it could have
It's a
happened.
callback from the pro.
What?
Could have happened.
But I guess if you know that she's 29 right now, then it hasn't happened yet.
Why?
And I've heard that her Hamptons birthday party is coming up.
Okay, there it is.
Psycho. There's no doubt in my mind Jackie stalks Alex Cooper.
I heard,
You are an Alex Cooper
No,
stalker.
because it was a whole controversy because she
because you were-
people released like all the brands that she asked to. Somebody on her team released all the brands that she asked to like fund her birthday party, and then people were like, "Why are you doing that? Like, you're rich."
Yeah, I can never do that.
I think that is a little weird.
Like,
Yeah.
But that's just like
just,
what influencers
you
do.
have $100 million. Just pay for your own fucking birthday
Yeah,
party.
that's nuts.
I know, but I think that that's how the rich stay rich. Like, I think that's what they do.
I think if you have a birthday party every year and you have $100 million, you can stay rich for a long fucking time.
Yeah, for real. I don't like that. Even I'm doing the house and like brands are reaching out and stuff, and it's like, I don't like to do this.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes time to do the conversation, they're like happy to do it, but I'm like, especially it's like I see you have to do work, you know. It's like, I hope these guys are getting paid. You know what I mean? So, and that's for, you know, I mean, a birthday party is like, you could just do that yourself.
Just tell me what it costs. I will pay you that money, and we will be done with this transaction. I don't want to have to like hear about like if you got enough signups and shit like that. Like,
well, the other thing though is I think you also reach a point where, like, we worry about signups. They don't worry about that.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, they're on the other end where
They just wanna be
brands
attached to
are
you.
like, we would love to sponsor your birthday
Right,
party.
right.
So you're actually helping them.
Yeah.
And you get it for free. It's like everybody wins. You're doing like the whatever, the fashion world or the makeup world a favor by allowing them. It's not the same for us.
Right.
So I do get the difference in that. But I don't know why. I guess maybe because maybe it's just the way she does it is I don't know if it's like disarming or charming or whatever, but like the fact that she can talk about the things she talks about and talked about more, because she kind of like softened a little bit, and then go do the Olympics and then do, you know, the Hollywood Reporter called her what, the Gen Z's Barbara Walters.
Gen Z's Barbara Walters.
It's just like everyone else is like, you know, oh, like you can't, that person is like, radioactive. They're third rail. You can't touch them. They live in like a crazy world. We can't have them to do this. And it's like Alex can just.
I said that.
When you
I
can
don't
go
think
back and
were-
forth between those two worlds, you are the most powerful person there is.
I don't think you were here that day, but I was talking like it was like right after the Olympics started, and I was like, two of the three biggest faces at the people like always whine about you can't say anything these days and you can't cancel culture. Like, it's Alex Cooper and Snoop Dogg's show.
Right.
Alex Cooper used to talk about getting fucked in the ass and like a jalapeno seed getting stuck in the guy's dick.
Yep.
And Snoop Dogg was on trial for murder. And they're both they're the two faces of this broadcast.
I mean, like that's why at the end of the day, it's always just like talent, charisma, whatever you want to call it, and like not letting that shit like affect you, because I'm sure Alex Cooper could have made like a big deal out of this birthday thing or whatever and had bad press. I think she just doesn't fucking care.
Yeah.
And when you actually don't care, it just never becomes a big deal. But there is something, it's weird that like she can kind of just like code switch between like that shit and like I'll cover the Olympics. It's amazing for her. It's great. I don't think many other people get that. To like, she's like a day walker, you know what I mean? She can like walk in both worlds, but I can't believe it's serious. that to me, I had to explain to them what Sirius XM is.
Yeah.
It's like it's a radio station that you pay for.
They must have like some podcast platform launching or something. Like,
I'm sure they have an app like anybody else, but I don't know. I mean, I still think that is a heavily like car radio type of company. What I would do is like launch all that with her. I would be like, you're taking us into the new era, like, where we are a fully digital like platform now. But you know, Paz was like, I don't know how to sign up for this. I don't know where to go. You know, I was trying. I was explaining like Howard Stern and the days of fucking. Remember when Sirius and XM
none of you guys were here. Obviously, Steve was, but like you guys weren't here. Not that you were here
I meant like the like creation of Sirius XM.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. I mean, Steve was a huge part of. Steve is basically. He should have been on the payroll of Sirius XM.
I still use it to this day.
Yeah. So wait, what you're actually an interesting case.
Yeah.
How the fuck were you on Sirius XM?
Oh, yeah. So we have it in all the cars, obviously. Then you would use it like on the web, app, stuff like that.
So you paid for it?
Yeah, and I still do because like Bruce has a channel, so I listen to that all the time.
Yeah. It's still and this is why I guess the deal makes sense and doesn't make sense all at the same time. It's great for old white guys. Because it's like Howard Stern, Bruce Springsteen, the 60s on 60s, all that shit, you know? And then now you have Alex Cooper and the Daddy Gang. Like, I mean, these girls are going to be like, what the fuck is Sirius XM?
Wait, so how much does it cost?
That's a good question. I'm on my parents' bill for that, so I don't know.
I feel like it's like at least $10 a month, right?
But I think you can always haggle them down. Like if you call to cancel, they'll be like, we'll give it to you for like $2 a month.
Yeah.
Like they want to do anything so that you don't cancel.
I think that's a big, we'll give it to you for like 90% off. Just keep giving us like something. But you have to like fight the fight. But I do, let's look it up. I'm sure you can find it. I bet you there's different packages, but I bet you there's one for like $15.
News, sports, and talk is $16 a month.
That's a lot.
Platinum family plan is $27.
So the lowest is $16?
Yeah, and then the music and entertainment family friendly is $21.
I mean, that's a lot.
There's like more plans, like get 12 months for $5 a month. Like,
there's shit like that where you can probably, if you want to haggle and find deals and codes and shit, you probably can get it cheaper. But like $16 a month is not cheap. So I will see. I mean, the Daddy Gang will pay that. And like, I think the bigger problem is like they'll pay the money. I think Daddy Gang will do anything. It's just like finding it, knowing how to access it and listen to it and shit like that.
You know what's funny though is like I don't know if you guys deal with this, but like just growing up, I've always been like on my parents' family, like Netflix, whatever. So then now that I'm an adult, it doesn't occur to me that like I can get my own subscription. So like the whole time I was like with the Olympics, I was like, do we have a Peacock account? And I was like, fuck, I guess I can't watch the Olympics. And then I looked up, it's like $7 a month. And I was like, I guess technically I could pay for that myself, but that feels like really like permanent and like I'm an adult and like I'm on my own. So I wonder if
that's the issue. It's not like your generation, just like when you're younger. And I actually think I was pretty good at it. But the things you like, it's why I'm mad at you. You still haven't seen Long Legs. Yeah. You have to see the things you like because you have to support it so they can keep making it. If you like
the oldest shit he's ever said. It's the truest shit he's ever said, but it's like support the arts. Yeah, it's like are you mad that everything's fucking TikTok and shit? It's because you didn't go see Long Legs.
Right. You got to see the things you like because then you're like, oh, then they make money, and the people go, oh, we got to keep making these things.
Yeah.
So if you want to watch something, you got to pay for it.
And like when you're like,
I did pay for it.
Does anybody have an illegal stream that I can watch the fight? It's like, just pay for the fucking fight, man. Just buy. Actually, that's one thing where I don't feel bad one way or the other. I'm just not cheap about it. But I don't feel bad about like, you know, the fight game is like the dirtiest, most corrupt, and like profitable game in the world for the powers that be. So I'm like, whatever. I don't care if you steal from them.
I mean, this actually, if we talked about recently, like all the things millennials killed, I think millennials can take credit for like killing good entertainment. Because like I've been a buyer for a while, like a long time. I think basically like if I wanted something and I wanted to watch it, I'd pay for it. And I was ridiculed on Twitter, like you don't use fucking what's it called,
BitTorrents
and shit like that. Like no, I just buy it on demand.
Yeah,
and they're like, you're an idiot, you're losing $4. Like I'm happy to lose the $4.
I buy shitty movies for rent for like $25
every single night.
Yeah, like if there's a new movie out, it's like it's only available for $25 right now. I'm like, and then I fall asleep and I don't watch it and I'll rent it again. Right.
It's easier to say now that like we're older and stuff, but like when I was in college, I would buy movies on demand if I wanted to watch the movie. Because that's what you have to do so they keep making those movies.
Yeah. but like on my parents' account. But now I have to Venmo them. Like if I
No, you don't. It's okay.
no, I actually do.
You did that like once.
I did that.
We've actually crossed like ships in the night where I pay for all my parents' shit now.
Oh.
Just I mean, like, they don't need me to pay for it, but just it's all my Prime, it's all my stuff like logged in at their house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even think I tell them. Like, I just get an email like, you bought blank, and I'll call them the next day and be like, how was whatever? Like, how'd you know we watched that?
You should get your favorite brands to buy it for you.
Have better sex with BlueChew. BlueChew is the original brand with chewable versions of sildenafil, tadalafil, and vardenafil. These erection-enhancing ingredients help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erections for sexual activities. With BlueChew, say goodbye to performance anxiety and hello to longer-lasting erections. These chewable tablets have the same active ingredients you'd find in Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, but in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. BlueChew is all about having confidence when it comes time to perform and having happy and healthy relationships. BlueChew subscriptions include a free online consultation, 24/7 medical support, a prescription if approved, and delivery straight to your door every month. Chew it and do it. Use code KFC for your first month for free. Free month? Hello, mama. First month free with code KFC at BlueChew.com. Check them out. Thank you to BlueChew for sponsoring the pod. I have a conspiracy theory for you.
Whoa! You never have conspiracy theories.
It's not a very good one, and I think it's not very good because I think it's like so obvious. On Twitter, they made the ads more sensitive.
The ads more sensitive. What does that mean?
Like, so like when you're scrolling.
Oh yes, it'll like
click,
like it, bookmark it, follow it, whatever.
It'll open it. Like when I'm just like every day, at least twice a day, when I'm just scrolling Twitter and just like moving my thumb like that, if it lands on on an ad, that ad will open.
Nothing has ever been more clear that Elon Musk like really was the supervillain who just like bought a platform to then use it for his political.
I believe today.
Yeah, that is like very, very obvious what he was doing.
Today was I think it's announced. See if you can go. I at least saw a tweet. See how right it is. It's officially the worst investment for a bank since 08.
Wait, meaning like the bet? What do you mean the
like the loan they gave him for Twitter is like officially the worst.
Wow,
Like,
I mean it was 44 million,
43 billion.
Billion?
Yeah,
billion.
I think.
Billion. Yeah, that's crazy.
13 billion.
That he borrowed.
But he borrowed, yeah.
Yeah. So I think he financed some of it himself. And then, I mean, it never was going to be worth it. But, so he officially bought it out. Okay, that's why it was.
I was trying to think, like, have any...
So they just they were just like, this is fucking...
I obviously don't understand, like, the financial world.
Worst buyout for banks since the financial crash. That is not great, dude. It's like, just go back to making spaceships, okay? That's what you know how to do.
Are there any, like... trolls that are CEOs, and then is Elon Musk considered a troll?
I was gonna say he's definitely one.
Yeah,
I bet you all of those CEOs have like burner accounts and shit.
I don't know if like a Twitter troll would like have the qualities to be a successful human.
Well, we're seeing it play out in real time, Jackie.
Proof positive, right here.
I guess the story's not finished just yet, but we are seeing it play out. What is the best plane movie?
Well, it depends. I think people have different definitions of plane movies, I feel like
movie to watch on a plane.
I know that.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying I think
Snakes on a plane, I guess.
I think some people I think of a good plane movie is like I wouldn't go see it in theaters. I'm not like super excited to pay to see it, but like it's on right now and I'm just gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's kind of like to me it's like the last version of like a scrolling through the channels movie. You know what I mean?
Which I mean this fits in that as well a bit.
What's yours?
Because I definitively decided. I watched it on the plane yesterday for the 20th time on a plane. It's Mamma Mia. Mamma
Oh
Mia.
my god, I think the Mamma Mia is the best movie in general.
That's why it's kind of a cheat.
1 and 2.
But if you 1 and 2, for sure.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
fact, 2, I wanted to watch 2 on the plane yesterday, but 2 wasn't available, so I had
Okay.
to watch 1.
2 sneaks up there.
But when you're
This is the gayest thing I've ever.
dude, it's so perfect. And first of all, it's just a monster cast. Second of all, it's just like it's fun. Like
It's a crazy ass movie, by the way. You know what it's about?
I've,
You know what it's about? It's about some whore getting pregnant, and not knowing who the father is.
Is that really what it's about? I don't know. I thought it was about a wedding.
Well, I mean, that's not what the movie's about.
You're thinking of My Big Fat Greek Wedding. You're mixing the two together.
The movie, yeah, it's a girl trying to find her dad. But yeah, it is. She knows it could be. She finds her mom's diary, and she knows it could be one of 3 guys. So she invites all 3 guys to her wedding. And
Oh, I thought it was a woman who didn't know who the dad was. It's the daughter who doesn't know who her dad is.
Yeah.
I thought it was a pregnant woman who didn't know who the dad was.
no.
Well, the mom doesn't know either.
She doesn't know,
Yeah,
but she's not
she is a
pregnant.
whore, but it's not. She's not the whore in the.
It's Amanda Seyfried is the daughter, and then Meryl Streep's the mom. And Amanda Seyfried's getting married, and she invites the 3 guys who her mom hooked up with.
Wait, this was it's a Broadway show first? Did I make that up?
No.
I don't know.
Actually, I don't know.
Mamma
I
Mia,
don't know.
like Mamma
I
Mia
would guess
1.
yes, actually.
Yeah, it might be, yeah.
It
I
is a
would guess
musical,
yes.
though, right?
It is
That's
a
what I'm
musical.
saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's some of just
So
the best
but the movie
musical
is
ever.
like relatively modern because you're
Yes.
talking about
Yeah. It's
1 and 2.
1 and 2 are both like both made in like the last 20 years.
Right. But I think the musical's that old.
Is
right?
it
'Cause
like,
ABBA does the music, right?
That
was
was all
from like
music.
the
Yeah.
Is it like La La Land musical where it's like not really musical?
No. Well, I mean, like La La Land has what, 5 musical breaks?
Yeah.
shit stinks, Paps.
This
La La
I would
Land.
say
No,
is
Mamma
probably.
Mia
No.
stinks.
I can see myself hating Mamma.
I could see you hating Mamma Mia.
I can see you probably.
La La
hate it.
Land's top 5 movie for me though.
Yeah, like La La Land's like a good picture,
okay,
and Mamma Mia
yeah.
is too. But like Mamma Mia is just fun.
Okay.
It's just
La La
fun.
Land's
So I'm out
also
of Mamma Mia.
gut wrenching.
Yeah.
Mamma Mia is fun.
And
don't
that's
like
why
fun.
it's perfect for like a plane trip, because either you're going somewhere, gets you excited, you're coming back from somewhere, it's a nice come down. It's just a couple of old birds talking about being reckless sluts. That's a quote from the movie. It's just like it's a fun time.
But I would argue that like when I'm on a plane, I don't I associate stuff with planes. Like if I listen to a song on the plane, then I associate that with the plane. And then I feel like gross and like nauseous and whatever. So I don't like to watch anything that I think I'm gonna like on the plane.
So you just watch intentionally bad stuff
Yeah.
Interesting.
because you associate it with the plane.
I don't let
You don't like being on a
listen to
plane?
music that I like on a plane.
What
Really?
Yeah.
I exclusively listen to sad
does
music.
that mean? And why would you do that? You people are crazy.
Dude, Ferris.
Who wants to be like getting all emotional and shit on a plane?
Dude, oh come on!
No,
Are you
that's the
kidding
best
me?
time to
That's the
it's
best
actually
time.
it's actually when
I
the
actually
altitude
agree with
makes
that,
you more
yeah.
emotional. Yeah.
Ferris,
I cannot
Hollywood is
stop
not
crying on the
America is
Yeah.
the ultimate plane song.
What is?
Hollywood is not America. Oh,
What are
boy.
these things you're talking about? Mamma Mia and Ferris?
Dude, if you put on, it's Feras, Hollywood is not America. You put that on, you look out the window while you're taking off. Yeah,
Well, that's
baby.
what I mean. Like, that's why I think people do listen to music that, like you said, you're either going somewhere and you're gassed up for it, you're coming back with the memories, and you think you're in a movie. But this one over here is just intentionally put. So you put on bad music, or you just don't listen to music? Because intentionally putting on music you don't like is
No,
fucking nuts.
I only listen to music, but if it's like my top 30 favorites, I can't listen. Because I've done that before.
How do you-
I'll listen to music.
Who makes the cut? Are you like, this one's 27?
Yeah, well, I'd
gotta
I'd
go.
be like, I like this one. Skip.
That is so
Yeah.
whacked in the head.
No, it's a good system.
Yo, you know what I watched? Sydney Sweeney's horror movie, Immaculate.
I haven't heard of
I
it.
wanted to see that. Is it good?
It's a good horror movie.
Yeah.
It's a good horror movie. It triggered me because there's a person who gets buried alive, and I was freaking out when I was watching that part. Super claustrophobic, but it is I mean, it's a horror movie. You have to judge by horror movie standards. You know what
Yeah.
I mean, so it's a different type of acting. It's a different type of movie. But by those standards, I think she did a awesome job. And it's super creepy. And they show a lot of shit. Like a lot of gory stuff and just like fucked up stuff that like every other movie cuts away from or just insinuates. They just fucking show it. And it's a pretty good horror movie.
I'll have to check it out.
If you like horror movies, it's definitely. I mean, it's all nuns. Nuns freak me out. I got a weird thing with nuns and old ladies, and there's a lot of nuns and old ladies, and there's this weird like religious shit going on, and it's the devil and all this shit. So it was like creepy and gory, and like there were many moments where I was like yelling at the screen, like oh my god, oh whoa, they're going there, they're doing it. There was like 3 or 4 times I did that.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds like what I'm not gonna watch.
Yeah. You probably wouldn't like it. I would not watch it on a plane.
Oh, yeah.
I would watch that. Try to scare yourself. You know what's so funny? I was watching the other night when it was raining again.
Yeah.
And so anytime we've had these monster thunderstorms, So, and me and Pabs are working on this home renovation thing and this haunted house series. So anytime that's happening, I go try to get different footage. And ordinarily, like I had just watched that movie. My house was pitch black. Everything's under construction, creaking, like, whatever.
Yeah, like the plastic drapes hanging.
Yes, all that shit. But I'm such a sick fuck for content. I was just walking around like whatever. Just getting this angle, getting that. Like I didn't even think once about being afraid. It's like whenever my ghosts come back, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna start doing content with you. And then apparently I don't get afraid of
MTV's Fear.
At all. Yeah, like I was walking out by the fucking By the way, we've now had like full blown hurricanes. That statue. Still fucking straight arrow Gennaro. Just has a couple rocks that's like holding it down. Everything else. Trees are down. Branches are down. Like roads are wrecked. Concrete's breaking. That statue, perfectly standing.
Are you going to keep that statue there?
I am not touching that statue.
Yeah.
I am not touching it. There was 2 schools of thought. Either get rid of it or leave it. And I said, I am not touching that thing. That keeps, the demons in the hole. The minute I open that up, the whole thing is fucked.
Does it freak your kids out?
I also found, you know what I found? Like 2 feet from my front door?
Dead rabbit.
Deer
No.
bones.
Did you know that already? Did I tell you that?
No, I just guessed.
No, you knew that.
I just guessed.
Did you tell her? She said deer bones.
I did not tell you that.
I found a deer vertebrae, deer neck bones.
How'd you know that?
Did I tell you?
No, you said it in an ad read yesterday.
Oh, that's right. Fuck. That really, you shouldn't have said that. You should have just kept going with it because I definitely forgot about it.
Between that and the fucking Alice Cooper thing, I was like, all right, Jackie's like
the best podcaster in the
Jackie's
world.
one of those ones.
Dude, this dried out white vertebrae. Oh, I think it's a deer, but of some animal. What's that about? Come on in, you son of a bitch. Look at this guy. What is this? Old-timers day? What's going on here? You going to Yankee Stadium after this? Yeah. Are you really? Okay. That makes more sense.
From the planning, shopping, and prepping to actually getting everyone to enjoy what you made, family dinners can be stressful. Solo dinners can be stressful too. Check me on that. HelloFresh gets it. They make it easy by delivering fresh ingredients and picky eater-approved recipes right to your door each week. HelloFresh's new Build a Plate meals are designed to let every member of your household create their perfect plate. That's A1 thinking, HelloFresh. No more making multiple dinners to satisfy everyone. Just one meal with so many ways to enjoy. With a changing menu of 50 recipes to choose from each week, HelloFresh makes it easy to always find something the whole family will love. And for a limited time, kids eat free. Go to HelloFresh.com/KFCKids to unlock this exclusive offer. 1 free kids meal per box for 2 months while subscription is active. That's free kids meals just by going to HelloFresh.com/KFCKids. If you're a parent, I imagine this is a humongous issue for you. Free kids meals is unreal. It's HelloFresh.com/KFCKids. Who knows? Maybe you can have the kids cook it with you. Teach them about the importance of making your dinner.
What's this, new intern?
Yeah. 15-year-old Steve. So 15-year-old Steve.
Sounds like pedophile, really get in there for a nice pedophile
Jesus
hunt.
Christ, Ari.
Yeah, to catch one.
God damn, dude. Steve called into our radio show when he was 15.
Yeah.
Like every day for how many years? 4 years, and then came back around as he's graduating to be like, "Can I?"
And
work
you didn't
here?
age during that time?
Yeah, he's still got the same look.
Jackie, what are you up to?
Jackie is now officially the 3rd chair on the show.
No way.
you bumped her back out, so she's
Really?
she's out for the interview. So Ari's on his creepy shit today, talking about pedophiles and asking girls to sit on his lap. Ari also said that Steve is great for a pedophile, and is asking Jackie to come sit on his lap like this. Keeps doing that. So
I heard there's third chair, and we don't have a third chair. But we do have one right here. Jackie, what's up? You can't fuck up the recording from here.
I would not. That is true. I would not let Jackie sit next to you.
Why? I've known you for how long have I known you for?
It is insane that any women let you near them.
Agreed.
Like what?
Agreed.
Like what?
This lady's about to get here. I'd be so happy to see when this lady gets here. I got in the wrong Uber.
So she got in his and he got in hers, and she's still
and then
in
she's
his.
just been going the wrong way. It said 12:20 drop off. It's 12:28 now. And she's about to find out, like, what the fuck? I realized pretty early on, at first wrong turn, I was like, this ain't their way. But it was faster. 14th was faster than the fucking highway.
Wait, so there's a woman just in your Uber?
Orlando's about to get fucked. Enrique thought he had a great fucking ride, just somebody got out early. But Orlando is about to hear it.
She's like, am I at Barstool Sports? Like, this is my worst fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I do want to know where she was really headed. Yeah.
What is this shirt you got here?
Oh, it's Adrian's merch.
I met the Clintons and lived to talk about it.
Yeah.
That's
a real
hilarious.
photo.
That's very funny.
It's a real photo.
I'm sure those are flying off the shelves.
How you been, bro?
No, but wait, back to why women have sex with you.
Oh, yeah,
I just
don't
can't
know.
envision a world. Like, I know that funny is kind of the ultimate thing
Yeah.
with chicks.
Jackie, how many days on the island? I saw this clip.
How many days for Ari Shaffir?
Your 3 years thing, that's retarded. That's retarded.
What?
After 4 months on an island, anyone will do.
Yeah, 3 years is too long.
But with the guy from 50 Day Fiance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would end up
be
end
like,
up fucking
I fucking hate this guy, but I need it.
Yeah.
I actually like fall in love so easily. I could
Also, like, you know what I did?
Oh, that?
Yeah, that guy. He's bad.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
realize.
That's the guy.
Big Ed is his name. Big Ed is
Oh,
like
you're in his league.
No, but I also think I have a
I'm
theory. I have a theory that half the reason you won't fuck Big Ed is because he looks like that. The other half is because of what other people will think, and that other half is gone.
It's gone. You're on an island.
You can just do that, and you can just do your dirt. It's kind of like
When
having
you stop
a
seeing
nasty one-night
anybody-
stand, and nobody knows about it.
Yeah. No one will know
That's
about
just
it.
that guy. I bet he has a girthy dick.
Yeah.
A short and girthy dick for you, and nobody else knows.
I was gonna say exactly. Like, I'd fuck him day one. Just because I gotta see
Day one?
I gotta see this guy's dick. I
just be
like
like-
that. I gotta see
That dick is the same as that neck. Look at that orange shirt.
Wow. The
That one
orange
is
shirt, the long hair,
unbelievable.
that's his cool phase.
And dude, if you've ever watched the show, he marries this like beautiful like Argentinian woman who is
What?
just so very obviously using him for citizenship.
Yeah, sure.
And she's like saying it to his face. She's like, "I will not fuck you." Like this
That's
is
her?
gross. Yeah. She's like,
got
I
a-
just need, or maybe. Yeah,
She looks
that's
Thai.
her. Yeah, and she's just like, "Get away from me! You're gross. I need citizenship."
I'm saying after 3 months of whatever, you start to forget how ugly he is.
Maybe he loses a little bit of weight.
He'll
that
definitely
neck
lose a
kinda
little
trims
bit.
down.
What if he gets fatter and you're like, what are you hoarding? What if he pulled a Hurley and it was like, have you been
Yeah, why are
getting
you getting
food?
fatter?
What if he pulled a Hurley? Topical references from Ari Shaffir. Dude, I'm watching Sex and the City again for the first time. First of all, Jackie, I know you're going to be upset about this. It's the most retarded show in history. It's so fucking dumb.
stupid.
It's so dumb
But
on
it was,
so many
it
levels.
was like Entourage. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
This
yeah.
is dumb and it's entertaining.
I saw a clip the other day, and it was one of those like Twitter things where it's like, you're not gonna believe where this ends kind of deal. And it's what's Samantha? What's her name?
I don't know, fucking horse face.
Whoever,
McGee, yeah.
whoever the
no,
main
it's,
custodian.
Oh, yeah.
Carrie
Carrie,
Bradshaw. Yeah.
and she's walking down the street and she's doing like the dubbed or narrated, and it's like, and I started to think to myself, Maybe married people and single people are a lot like Northern Ireland during the Civil War. And I was like, what?
Was it real?
Yeah.
Get the fuck
There's some
outta
real
here.
problems with that show. She's a sex columnist, and somebody's like, I want you to pee on me. She's like, I don't, this is fucking nuts. Interracial couples like, what the fuck? And you're like, was this in the 40s?
Interracial couples?
All the things are so regressive, especially for someone who's supposed to be that far overboard, over like
sex positive.
Yeah,
and all
sex
that.
positive.
Yeah,
Like,
she was the caller daddy of her day, and you know what it was though? It was the first show on TV to show a cum shot.
Oh wow, I didn't get to that part.
Really?
Yet.
It was I think it was like a happy ending, and you just see like a.
Oh wow!
Like shoots.
Also, Big is always like, he comes in, he's like, "You're not ready yet. Come on, we have to go." And then he starts lighting up a cigar, an hour and a half long smoke. Like, come on, let's get a move on. And it's like, what a fucking acting tool. The fun thing is though,
Is this the peeing? I'm assuming the guy standing over her.
No. Somebody asked, a congressman asked her to pee on him, and she was like, "I can't do it."
Pee on him is even easier.
Yeah, in the shower. But
In the shower?
But
I
it's
pee on
fun
a million
to.
people. All I do in the shower is pee on people.
Exactly. It's fun to quote exact episodes to women, and they're like, "Oh yeah, what?" I was like, "This is like season 2, episode 7, when Carrie."
Are you watching this by yourself or with a woman?
No, by myself.
You're a
It's so
sick
fucking
fuck.
dumb.
You are
It's so
sick,
dumb.
dude.
Yeah.
Rather than just watch something you want to watch, you're watching this out of spite.
Hate watch, bro. I have a whole algorithm where I have a Netflix account that says hate watching for like really shitty specials. I don't want to fuck up my algorithm.
Smart.
Yeah, so it's all. I don't suggest me anything.
That's great. Because I thought about that with all of the platforms. Is like I watch a lot of shit out of morbid curiosity or just like, what is this? And then it thinks I like that.
Yeah,
then I'm fucked.
right. Don't think I like this. Yeah, it's like you should be able to guffaw out loud. Go, and it should read like, okay, you're not
I can
into
hear
this.
that. I can hear you do that.
Yeah,
Well, to be fair, it does have like you can rate
I
it
know,
thumbs down.
but-
yeah, but you're not gonna do
No
that.
one, who's ever clicked that? Or like the big thing they say now in Netflix is like you need to set the reminder. That's how they like judge.
Yeah.
Set
comics.
the reminder.
Who the fuck? It's
Fuck
like
off.
make sure you set the reminder for my special. Like suck my.
I've
dick.
only ever done that for tires.
Set the reminder.
And and you're doing it like to do it, right?
Yeah.
Not like you're actually doing
Yeah, I
it.
didn't need a reminder. I just do it because I know it.
That's what they
helps,
tell.
whatever.
Yeah.
I love people like, there's this new show you should watch. Like, oh, what's it on? You're like, just fucking say this show, title, into the button,
It's
and it'll
all just
come up.
becoming one fucking
Yeah.
thing anyway. Dude, if we had an ounce of foresight
Yeah,
and we
I got an ounce of foreskin.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I keep it in my dresser. It was an exceptionally large one. The Moyle thought I wouldn't want to keep it for when I was older. And we dried it out in an air dryer.
My uncle did that with a. My uncle had a tooth pulled by a witch doctor.
What?
He like after college, he just went and like traveled the world for like 2 years, and needed his wisdom teeth out when he was, I think, somewhere in
Middle of,
Africa.
like, yeah.
And they ripped his wisdom teeth out, and he still has them like in a jar.
Wow.
That sounds like something you would do.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, what do you do? When
Actually, no. I got my teeth done in Ecuador. I had all these impacted gums. I was like, at the end of the trip, I was like, let me just check for the dentist.
Bro,
and
the
then
last place I'm
Yeah.
doing dental work is Ecuador.
okay, that's what I would think. Except a lot of people go there for that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like
So
their
she was
specialty?
like, "Oh, this quadrant's good," and she go, "I'm like, nice," and then she's like, "Oh, awful. Oh, these are all gonna fall out. These are all gonna fall out." And so she's like, "I gotta get this done." And I was going home in about a week, and I was like, "All right, when I get home, I'll do it." And she was like, you know, people travel here to do this.
Specifically
That's
dental?
great. You'll
Or
pay
just-
10 times the amount.
Well, I did see what do they call it now? It's like I think it's called like medical vacation or something like that.
Yeah,
You heard of it?
yeah. Medical tourism. or something like
medical
that.
tourism. Yeah, like this girl went to Turkey.
It's cheaper for the flight, the
Yes.
hotel, all that stuff.
She flew.
Turkey.
Got everything scanned. So this girl's also like a hypochondriac. So, she was just like, I thought I had all these things wrong with me. I don't think she ended up having anything wrong with her, but got like every organ scanned, every test done, everything, paid like $700 for the flight. It was like $250 for the whole fucking medical thing.
Yeah.
And in America, it would have been like 25 grand.
Yeah.
And she did it for like $1,200.
So I told the lady, I was like, I'll do it when I get home. She's like, you're nuts. And we have a surgeon, like I'll have him do it. I can like fit you in. Like, that's crazy to go back to America for this. And I was
Yeah.
like, did he like go to a good school? She was like, Harvard Medical School.
Really?
And I was like, all right, let's do it. So we did it. But
What's
then
he doing in Ecuador though?
living. He's from there. He probably came here to study.
Yeah.
Also, there's no insurance. It's just so much cheaper.
Yeah.
But like, but I couldn't get the stitches out, and nobody here would take them out. They're like, we didn't put them in. We're not taking them out. That's nuts.
Really?
And I'm like, so I should just die?
So what
None
you
of
do?
you guys will help me. I knew a dentist.
Who's like a friend who would do it?
Yeah. He outside a Ranger game. We stood outside his car. His kids put their cell phone flashlights on me, and he took the stitches out on the streets. As people
Much
were
more
passing by.
reasonable.
Got a bunch of blood coming
Much
out.
more reasonable.
Jackie, come on.
Jesus.
There was one time I was in the Bahamas. I was in Harbor Island.
Yeah.
And a buddy, we were drinking. We were really young. We were in high school, and a buddy reached into his bag to get something, and he sliced his hand open on a razor. And we were drunk, and so like he started pouring blood because your blood's so thin, and we were like, we got to find Harbor Island. If you don't know, like it's a very small island that like cars aren't on it. It's just golf carts. So we drive the golf cart to the doctor's office, to the hospital, and it's closed. So we're just running around the island, being like, does anyone know where the doctor is? And someone calls the nurse who lets us in, and I'm just sitting there with him while he's like bleeding everywhere. And in the corner of the room is like a bloody rag, and he kept joking with me, being like, I'm gonna take you, I'm gonna smother that with you. And I was like, dude, shut up, just fucking sit there and wait for the doctor to get. He's like, no, I'm gonna shove that down your mouth. And I was like, just sit down and shut up, the doctor's gonna be here soon. Like the nurse was off like finding the doctor. The doctor walks in, first thing he does is grab the rag. He's like, all right, let's see the hand. My buddy's like, no, like you're not fucking touching me with that fucking rag.
That's just the fucking soak up rag.
It's just for everybody. We've thrown in the laundry at the end of the day. Holy shit! All right, so Ecuador, yes. Bahamas, no.
No. Wow.
Speaking of travel,
You got to come to my show still. You be tripping.
But also I just had a good trip that would have been good for it canceled.
What happened?
I couldn't get my visa to Turkmenistan.
Why? Because of the rapes.
Is that a big thing?
Yeah, they look into your history, and they
I
don't
was supposed to go to Turkmenistan October 1st to 7th, and we officially can't get our visas.
Really?
Yeah, we're going to go play hockey with the Turkmenistan national team.
Oh, right.
Wow.
And what happened with the rapes?
I don't know about
into
the
his
rapes.
rapes. And Feitelberg's rapes, and they were like,
my past ones. Yes.
I like how you're like, is that a thing? Watch this. This guy's trying to sell me ivermectin for the last 4 years. Hello? Sometimes they don't talk. Hello? Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. What city in India are you from? All right, fuck your mother.
Dude, you look
That's
good.
what Joe Rogan does not tell you. The side effects of this ivermectin is they continue to call you. Take me out of your number list.
Once you get in that Rogan circle, you must have a lot of weird shit, a lot of weird stuff popping up.
Yeah. I was just like, get that ivermectin. Here's the number. Here's how to get it. So you got, all right, I'll get it. And then that's like for the number for delivery.
You're cursed for the
put
rest
it
of your
on there.
life.
Fuck. I gotta change my number just for them.
Ari always looks like this though.
I look
Ari,
what?
I think you look good. I think you look young.
But like Ari
Thanks.
never.
Trimmed up
Ari's
recently.
looked like that
Yeah.
for 20 years. There was that period of time where you had like the ring of hair and that was it.
Yeah.
You had the glasses. Like I've
Yeah.
seen those
Glasses
clips of you.
was fun
But you've looked like that
for a while.
since probably
now.
like 2008.
Little boy, come.
Little boy, come.
How much, Ari? How much more
We have
money
fun
do you
here.
think you could make, or not? Do you think you would make more money if you weren't the way you are, or less money?
You know how
But
many
like- but
people have been
maybe-
like, we're actively separating ourselves from you.
Yeah. Right, but also then maybe you would be lame though, and you wouldn't even have this level of success.
That is true. Yeah, every time I get one of my Jews, one of my whatever agents or whatever, they're actually not Jewish, but more or less, they dabble in the Jew arts. Kanye was right.
Wait. You have an agent that's not Jewish?
It's crazy, right?
That's insane.
But he acts
That's like a
one.
little.
I gotta look into his history.
What is he?
Just fucking, one.
Wait,
doesn't-
Italian or
I was
something?
gonna say you gotta be Italian, which is just fake Jewish.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just
Italians
like,
and
he's
Jews
got
without the money.
sense. He's just got the sense. I don't know. He might have had a forefather.
Is he a good agent?
Given up for adoption. Yeah, he's the best. He's such a fucking Jew.
It's just in his.
But every time he's like, if you didn't do this, it'd be easier. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, but then I'd be this like lame comic.
Well, that's what I wonder though. It's like
Yeah.
on some level, like there is certain people where it's like if you just
Yeah,
take
he's always
that
like, you
joke
have to
out.
expose yourself to a 13-year-old at the fucking forum. And I was like, yeah, man, I had to expose myself to a 13-year-old at the forum. Like, I know what.
That
Who
one
else is set?
that
Do you
was
remember?
crazy. That was crazy. And you've pulled it up, or you had the jersey?
I pulled it through a hole in a Kobe jersey. So then I cut a hole in it.
Oh
well,
God,
I did not
that's
know
so
the president of
wildly
Netflix
offensive.
was over there watching.
That is
like,
truly the most offensive
yeah,
thing.
and then where he played, where Kobe used to play, and I'm just like walking around with my fucking dick out of my.
You're a
hole.
lot. I mean, that you probably should have got like in trouble for that, right? Because of like kids. First of all, why were there kids in the audience?
Why were the kids at Kill Tony?
Like
there
why?
should be
A
an over.
13,
When was this? I don't
13,
even
there really
know
was a
about it.
13-year-old.
Yeah, they said there was a 13-year-old
he
in the
came
front row.
out in the forum wearing nothing but a Kobe jersey. Because of the joke.
Yeah.
The Kobe fans hate him.
No, I do remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, that was fun.
And then
though.
you just poked it through.
Yeah, I pulled it through and I just walked out through the back, interrupted through the back.
I mean, if there's ever a show to
And
do
then
it,
I
it is.
fluffed it a little bit, and I was like,
you jerked off on stage?
That was where they could get me on a little thing, but they were like, I said, just like Kobe, he is risen. And I tried to work up a boner, but it wasn't gonna happen.
Dude, I actually watched Forgetting Sarah Marshall last night, and I was thinking with celebrity. When your show, like did Jason Segel fluff before?
Oh yeah,
I don't think he did.
I think he wanted to be
I
soft.
think
Did he? Was it a good show?
Yeah, his dick looked good.
I would never go out there full, not fluffed.
Yeah,
But
then you gotta because you can't fluff in front of the whole crew.
You can't.
So you gotta fluff in the back, and then you gotta
You
run,
run
and be like,
to the
"Action."
set.
I'll tell you from experience. So we used to have.
I'd build a
we used
fluff
to-
room.
Yeah,
I'd have a little closet right
you
next
need
to
one
the
of those
set.
pumps to get it long. You don't want it harder. You want it longer. Yeah,
But that's what the helicopter I feel like does. It's almost like a pizza dough.
Just
kind of
like-
Gets the blood out to the head.
yeah. One of those moves. Yeah.
We used to do this at the Comedy Store. We'd call them cockings. And a long time ago, we're like 3 years in, and it'd be someone would get so you'd be the distractor,
Okay.
and you'd be like, Kevin, what kind of plan is that? And you'd be like, what?
It's a
And you'd be like,
cactus.
yeah. And then I'd come
Put a dick
behind,
on my face.
I could do it, and I would just like put my balls just on your face. And you wouldn't know, you just feel something, but it would like you wouldn't think that's possible. So you'd look and you're like, we would do it all the time, and then we started trying to work up hard-ons and come up. There was a foosball room. We tried to work up a hard-on, and then hey, what's going on, you guys? But when it's funny, it goes down so fast. You can be fully like almost to the point of coming, and then you're like, hi, you know how funny it is. It's like no,
Dude, I
Sex
had
and
so
comedy,
hard to
it just
work
doesn't
up.
mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was I like studied abroad when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And we were in Spain and we were playing Kings with these two girls.
Nice.
And I ended up losing, and it was like I had to strip. I had to be naked. And I was like 16, I think I was a virgin. And no, I lost my virginity on the strip. And I went into the bathroom to like helicopter and get it hard, and then the girls knew what I was doing, so they came to the bathroom door and they just started like moaning and shit like that. And I was gonna get hard and hang my hat on it and come out like that.
That's a good move. That's a good move.
But I couldn't get it hard.
Yeah.
So I just had to walk out with a limp dick and be like, "Sorry for the letdown, ladies."
after trying and failing to get hard is way worse than just not being hard.
Yes, that's where you really gotta know your relationship with your dick, because if it's not gonna get hard, it's better to just be like, this is it.
Yeah.
And if it is gonna get halfway, then you go
Yeah,
do
just
it.
like I
But
didn't
if
try.
not,
If I tried, I
now
could've
it's like now you have performance anxiety.
Yeah.
Now I know you're bad in bed too.
Yeah.
Not just you have a small dick.
It's like if you don't
can't
think you
get
hit
it
a
to
free
perform.
throw, try a full court shot. There's no loss in a failure there.
Yes. It's exactly that.
That is a
No
great
one would expect you to hit
Yeah,
that.
right.
No one's gonna be like, oh, you missed the full court shot.
Yeah, what's on UHF today? I haven't
Yeah,
seen one of
old
these in a
school, huh?
while.
I think it
Gotta
does
go
work
to,
if you.
to 20 and then 22, 24, 28.
We were just talking
What was
about.
What?
What was that?
You never did that?
UHF?
No,
How old are you?
36.
It was just before your time. There was the NBC,
it would go like
ABC,
tick.
CBS, and then later Fox.
But I mean, I
That
know
was
what the
2 through
dials
11.
are, but what's 20?
Then there was 20. 20 went to the above dial, and then it went from 22 to like 100.
But what?
UHF.
But those weren't like real channels, right? They were weird.
You would have like Star Trek reruns. Doctor Who was up there.
I just remember cranking that like for fun almost. Just
Yeah.
like,
Nothing.
I don't remember watching
PBS was up
anything.
there.
Yeah. It was strange.
Yeah.
These guys, we were just explaining like radios and Sirius XM to them and stuff. They're like baffled by the
You don't
idea.
even listen to radio ever?
They definitely
Rental
don't know
car?
like what.
But I did like going to school growing up. Like there was Sirius XM, but only in the car.
Right, but like a TV
Sirius
like this with a
XM
dial, not
was
even
so
close, right?
advanced when that came out.
Yeah, remember when there was two of
Yeah, it
them
was just
before they
radio.
split?
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember before there was Sirius and XM.
It was Sirius
just
and
radio-
XM,
no,
and it
just
was like
radio.
this is.
And then
yeah,
they had
yeah,
then
yeah.
Stern was like, "We're gonna do this new thing."
Yeah.
And it kind of just never really worked.
Never really worked.
And now, but they just threw $100 million at Alex Cooper, so they
Who's
still
Alice Cooper? The Duke Center.
It does sound like that.
Cooper Flag.
It does sound like that. The Call Her Daddy girl,
Oh, her name
So-
is Alex.
Alexandra. Yeah.
Get her in here.
They still have, they still pay Howard. They
Damn,
and now they pay
She
Alex.
should be a star.
Yeah, she is, brother.
She just signed a $125 million deal. That's 3 years after her $60 million deal.
Really?
She was the girl like alongside her and Rogan signed at
jumps from
Spotify. at the same time.
Spotify to Sirius. So
Yeah.
Spotify's like, first of all, I love how it's like jumps. Spotify's like, we're not renewing. Thank you anyway. And that's not a. It's like when who's the fucking old man who now has a podcast? He's so lame. He's so fucking lame. Sometimes he's so old. Bill Maher.
Oh, yeah.
He tries to be like cool, and it's just like he's so out of touch. It's funny. It's
Did you
like
see him
whatever.
with the Hawk girl? That was
Yeah,
tough.
that was
a
like,
tough
oh
watch.
my God, bro,
That
why
was
are
a
you even
tough
having
watch.
this on?
Why did she say yes to that? That was weird.
But I remember when he went from ABC and then he got fired for saying like the troops are cowards. It was a funny joke actually.
Does he do stand up?
He used to, yeah.
Yeah.
Now he just does it for his own audience. But anyway, he goes and he got to HBO and he's like cursed his first episode. He goes, "This is why I wanted to come here. I can say whatever I want." And it was like, I'm at home like, you got fired. You didn't want to come here. Don't say it like that.
Yeah.
Jumps too serious is like, that's not the right word.
Yeah, no.
Rebounds at Sirius for 125 million.
Yeah, well, that was.
Hello? Please. I'm begging you. Leave me alone.
How often does this happen to you?
Yeah. What?
It's the same noise
It's the
every
same
time.
just noise. Are you AIing my voice? Fuck.
We got
Are they
this dumb
soaking
Jew.
it
We
in?
got him.
I get those. I think it means your data has been sold on like the black web.
Yeah.
It's all I get. My phone rings all day.
Constantly.
Text.
I
all
heard they
day.
got a new one where they do get people's voices and then call your dad and it's
say, "I'm
your
in a
voice
prison, I
going,
need-"
"Hey, Dad, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I need this." And like an email is one thing, but you hear your son's voice.
Really.
I'd be like, all right, you got me.
Yeah.
If that ever happened
I
to me,
mean, if one
okay,
of you
all right.
called and said, "Hey, dude, you're the only number I
I'm
remembered.
in a Mexican prison.
Send $1,000. I'm
called
sorry.
Uncle
I'll
Ari.
send it back to you."
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fucking. I'd be
You
like,
do that?
Okay. Yeah, if it wasn't like $100,000. If I heard your voice,
Yeah. That I'd do it for you, but like it wouldn't surprise me if it were you.
right?
If
That's,
it was-
It's got to be the right person. Yeah.
I guess it wouldn't surprise you if it were me either.
that's a fun game we should play on here. Try to see
Convince
who we
somebody
can get
to
to
send you
send some
$1,000.
money. $1,000 on a call.
Who's the comic you would call?
Shane would I'd pay it. He has too much money.
You would get.
What do you mean I would get?
You would call them and ask for the $1,000, and you could get it. You could get them to do it.
All those super rich friends I have would
Yeah.
just like, whatever,
Here
you
you
just
go.
have it. I don't
Yeah,
care.
Yeah. Would they even ask questions? But like
Yeah, Tony. I went to Tony once. I needed a tip money at the Comedy Store. I was like, "Hey, do you have any money on you?" And he was like, "Yeah." He just pulled out a few hundred. He was like, "Take it." I'm like, "No. I just."
Tony's making
I
that money
need
now.
it.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like I know now, but like
There was like a year or
was he
two ago, but maybe
Really?
a year ago. I think actually at the Netflix thing, festival when I was like, whatever.
So he just went boom.
So
Because
much
like
money.
I know Kill Tony was very popular, but now like the roast and then the tour of Kill Tony is a whole other level of fame and money.
It's arenas.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Where are you? Like when you hang out with all your rich friends,
Yeah.
are you keeping up with the Joneses? Like, do you or
This is what I do before
What's
I
your
leave.
net worth, Ari?
Before I leave to go to my friends, my rich friends. Ready? So they're like, Ari, Tim Dillon's here to come get you. I take my wallet, I put it down. I'm like, let's go. It's like in Train Spotting where he puts his knife away because he doesn't want to use it. Like, I don't even want to have this wallet. It's gonna take up space, needless space in my pocket to have my wallet today.
but you let them all pay. You're not like I don't know.
Oh yeah,
like
I make a joke of it. It's like obviously you.
Yeah, everybody who the dinner ends and they all kind of like,
Yeah.
no, we know
But
that this guy's
I'll
paying.
pay for like young comics because it's the right thing to do. But I feel it.
yeah.
They don't feel it when they pay for me.
Right. Well, that's where like if what amount of money would you have to be worth right now?
Yeah.
If I told you like you toned it down, but you kind of are viewed as like a lame comic.
I'll be viewed as okay. And how much money would I have to get to?
Yeah, like what level of money?
It would have to be a hell of a lot because I'm
What
already.
do you make now?
Are
you a millionaire?
No.
Are you on the cusp?
I was doing a show we do a show at Skankfest. Ari and Joe DeRosa. Ari and Joe shit on any comic you suggest. And the crowd suggests anybody, and we just shit on them for 5 minutes. Yeah, it's a great show.
That's
we're
awesome.
We're getting yonder pouches this time. I did a long announcement, get every door guy to be like, "Hey, any phone out. That has to be. This cannot exist in a recording era.
Right.
Like it's gonna be bad what we're saying."
Have you ever heard like people got to back to people and they got back to you?
Like, yeah, Shay made a joke like, "I heard you shit on me." He's like, "We shit on everybody."
Yeah.
And, yeah, some people are like, "What'd you say?" But as long as you don't hear it from my mouth, it's fine.
So-
So,
It's always
I
plausible
actually think
deniability.
sometimes it's better if you heard it from me.
you can see I'm joking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this person.
Because someone else delivers it in a shitty way.
Right.
It's like, oh.
Yeah, there was at some point Tony was there and he like comes up and he said something. He goes, "No, that guy's cool." Whatever. I'm like, "That's not the show, man."
Yeah.
Right. We're
He
not
goes,
here
"No,
to-
but he's cool." I was like, "Hey, we just shit on Norm Macdonald for 5 straight minutes before you
Yeah.
got here." He goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, fuck that guy." But anyway, I said something about like how much money I had in the bank. Tony was just like, "I have more money than you." I'm like, "Yeah, a lot more." He's like, and he was so happy. He was so happy. To
Yeah,
know
but
it.
like, you're. I mean,
fund my own specials for fucking, I don't know. I keep
yeah,
paying for
you're
shit.
a very self-sufficient. Like I also don't even think you'd be that different if you had money.
I'm extremely rich. I don't have wants.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
I have a nice apartment in New York. I never go like, if I feel like upscale booze, I get upscale booze.
Right. Is there one thing that you like? If you had money, would you be like a car guy or a clothes guy or you don't have any of those?
I would be a. Let me think. Yeah. I mean, in the Airbnb era, I'd be like, I want a vacation home or something. But I'm like, now it's like, now you're stuck on that spot forever.
Yeah, you like to bounce around.
So now it's like, even a beach house, I'm like, I'll go to other beaches. Yeah, every time I'm in like Montana and I see like a house way up in the woods, I'm like, oh, I'd want that. But I'm like, then I have to go to Montana every summer.
I'm just getting back from Denver. I went to Red Rocks and I went
Who'd you
hiking.
see?
I saw OAR, and but I went hiking in the Rocky Mountain National Park.
Yeah.
This house right here, dude, is in the middle of nowhere.
Oh my god, that's some Ted Kaczynski shit. Yeah. But it's like a nice house though.
Right.
Rewind because you got to get the zoom in. Yeah, that's like a.
Where's the house? Oh wow, that would be it.
Yeah, right.
That's like you are actively trying
Wow.
to avoid all humans.
I mean, that would be really nice. I've stayed in places like that over the years, but it's great. You can't get in.
You do that solo though, or would you need like a partner?
Me, O'Neill, and Matt Edgar had a place in between Spokane and Tacoma, and it was a old fire lookout that this guy rebuilt. It was about an hour hike to get up there, so you had to like take your shit. And he was like, "You guys don't have enough beer." I'm like, "Fuck, no, we do not." And he goes, "I'll get you some on an ATV and bring it up to you. I'll leave it there."
Wow.
But a deck that's 360, so the bears can't get in. And we stayed there for like 4 days doing mushrooms.
Wow.
But like you're nowhere.
Yeah.
You're no one's around.
Like if something
you.
goes wrong, you're dead.
Yeah, and there's another fire lookout like miles away, but no one's in that one. They're not really used
It's
anymore.
like a quiet place.
It was like a quiet place.
Yeah.
Dude, when
Those places rule. But how long could you go there before you go nuts?
So you really,
What?
You really,
yeah, it's like, what do you want
wouldn't
that you don't
you
have
wouldn't
enough money
change
for
anything in
right
your
now? I have a fucking shitty car for when I need to drive to like go on a hike.
Where do you hike around here?
The Hudson River Valley, like north, Hunter and like Delaware Water Gap, and like you could take a Metro North, but it's like way easier if you have a car. There's other places that open up.
I went skiing out there once. I forget what mountain it was. It wasn't Whiteface. That's Lake Placid, but something like that. It was cool though.
Yeah.
So you really, I mean, money. You just
Yeah, like
doesn't,
what else?
I kind of knew that about you already, but like you're pretty much unaffected by money.
Yeah, you heard that $88,000 thing?
No, that's it.
If let's change it for inflation, but like anything over $88,000 doesn't, depending on where you live too and stuff, doesn't affect your happiness. Income over 88,000, it affects your happiness up to, if you go from 30 grand
Yeah.
to 40 grand, you are now happier.
Yeah.
Right.
You can afford things you couldn't afford. But from 88
like
grand
luxuries.
to 120 grand, like you're just getting a new car. So then it might be a nicer new car, but like the feeling you get from a new car when you were 16 and you got your first fucking used Nissan.
But now we're also getting into the definitions of like happiness and shit.
Right.
Like that.
But
I
it's
get
like
that,
it
but
doesn't
it's
increase your happiness. So like I'll get it's whatever your reach is gives you a happiness of like, wow, I just got a really nice meal. And then Tim Dillon's like, that's a disgusting meal.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like, well, you've lost your joy.
Right.
Yeah. But like but there are some people I think that still maintain like they do like having that nicer meal or getting that nicer car.
There's some security and stuff.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking that very recently because I bought a shitty pair of headphones and I was like, this is the same fucking thing for me as like the old headphones. And I was thinking kind of what you're saying where you're like, if you didn't have the upgrade, then
You wouldn't think about it.
The same. It's like what you had from standard definition to HD TV. Like if it never changed,
You don't know
to
what you're
HD,
missing.
then
You have no idea what you're missing.
I remember when HD started being like, I don't
need that. It won't catch on.
I don't even care. Like this doesn't even look that different. And then when I went back, I was like, oh, these are like,
it's going back is harder. Going for all those
Right.
guys that fly private jets think first class is a fucking affront to their manhood.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like first class rules. What are you talking about?
First class is the coolest thing.
Yeah,
there is
one
in the
time
world.
I needed to get tickets to Firefly Festival in Delaware, music festival, and it was sold out. And I asked my agency, I was like, "Can you help me get tickets? Like, do you want like VIP all access?" I'm like, "No, I'm just going with 3
Regular.
like normcore people. Like, we just want to get in." They're like,
Yeah.
I'll get you this and this. I'm like, no one's expecting that.
Right.
They're going to be over the moon with tickets, just with getting tickets on a sold out show. Even if we pay for it, it's going to be like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So all that stuff is like no one's even thinking about it.
Yep.
So anyway, with that in mind, I'm like incredibly wealthy.
Yeah. No, you are. I mean,
I can't get a fucking boy to sit on my dick.
Oh, it's Steve's last day in like a week. Just how'd you get the Ari experience?
I mean, do you guys feel like that?
I have found as I've gotten money, what,
That
the
can't
boy
get
sitting on the dick.
Yeah.
I can get that. That's the difference. I've found that as I've gotten more money, everything has gotten worse and harder and more expensive, and bills go up and all that. I would much rather be where I was. There was a sweet spot when I first got out of school and I was working for Barstool part time. I was making like $100,000 at
And
the
it's
age of
like,
like
what the
25, and it was
fuck?
like
Yeah, that
all
jump up.
disposable.
The jump
All
up
of
is
it's
like,
disposable.
wow, yeah.
And now I have way, more money than I ever imagined, and not, and I have to pay so much more of it to other shit that I'm like, this sucks. This fucking sucks. So I get what people
Doesn't increase happiness. What do they say? Mo money. Hold on, there was a second part to it.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Kanye actually said it better.
What did he say?
Having money's not everything. Not having it is.
yeah.
And I think that kind of goes to what you're saying. We're like 30 to 80 is a huge difference. Once you're over 80, it's kind of
Yeah, Frank Thomas said that when he was going to re-sign a contract, for a new contract for the White Sox. And he goes, "Hey, I just want to be here. My kids grew up here.
Yeah.
Like, I love this town. My agent's going to hate me saying this, but I'm just not going to sign with another team." And he goes, "The difference between 12 million a year and 20 is nothing
That's
to my
what,
life."
Dude, Jalen Brunson signed with the Knicks for, I think it was 156 over 4.
Okay.
And he could have got 250 something over 5. And the city threw him a parade for taking $100 million less because now they can invest in the team and da-da-da. And what you learn is that it actually timed it so that he'll be a free agent right when he's at his 10-year veteran
so he can sign even more.
So he can sign even more. So he's actually doing but
as long as he
just
doesn't get hurt.
taking that less money, people were like, he is the king of New York.
And
he still gets to walk away with $150 million. It's not like he's going home poor. And I can't believe everybody, if you look at the athletes.
He's not going home with nothing.
You're going home with unimaginable wealth.
Yeah.
Every athlete who's ever become like the next level did that. Tom Brady took less money. Jared Jeter took less money. Mariano, all those guys. So why aren't there more athletes who are like, I'm going to go that route and
be a
then
hero of a town?
Yes.
Run the town.
And even if it doesn't work, it's like we signed this new wide receiver because he took less money. We signed this new
those
point
college
guard
basketball
because
coaches. Like, I've got my family here. I'll have a radio show in this town for forever.
I'm never
And
going to
we're
pay for
building a
anything.
thing. This whole
car dealerships.
community is part of my community.
Right.
I'll just stay at Gonzaga forever.
Right.
But Gonzaga's a little different because they get Pacific Northwest. Most of you are just saying some fucking shitty little town in
That's
the
true.
south.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
You don't want to live in Tuscaloosa,
Yeah. But it is interesting that my friends are so wealthy.
Yeah, you roll with like the most wealthy.
Yeah, it's a crazy level of.
You're
like,
the poorest of the bunch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, you watched everybody pass you now.
I saw Rogan the
Yeah.
other day
Yeah.
selling
And one after another after another.
Yeah.
Any sort of
Because
jealousy.
there was a time
is
probably
long
where
gone.
like Mark Norman and Sam Morril and some of these guys like, and then they blew by.
Yeah,
you.
I remember we did a Denver show. We're doing a ski trip that I should always try to pay for, like with just like ticket money. And they're like calling favors for like lift tickets, or calling favors for like trade, like give me your fucking lift ticket, I'll give you free tickets to a show.
Sure.
For rentals and stuff like that. And we all stayed. This wasn't that long ago. We all stayed on like the floor of the Denver condo. Norman, List,
I think that's so
me,
much better.
Renazisi, it was like, and we're like, all right, one person, but like Norman was like, happy to be here. He got a check at the end for like $1,000 on top. This is crazy. And now it's like, he's still cool enough to like
chateau.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Is everybody else they've gone Hollywood though? They won't do shit like that.
Norman will still do it. Shane will still do it. He just doesn't ski. It's and then some guys just like no way. Like Bert's just like, let's just go to the Alps for vacation. Like, Ian, finance can't come if we do it like that. Yeah, they really have lost like what it's like to be normal.
Yeah, I mean, also you do reach a point where it's almost hard to maintain normalcy when you're making that kind of money.
Yeah,
it's like insane.
I saw Rogan yesterday put on sale kettlebells with his face on them.
Jesus Christ.
When you're selling kettlebells that are molded to your face, you got crazy money.
There's just like
it's a double level of
new ways to make money. You know, it's
it just rolls in with him. It just he just walks into money.
But he also, I mean, at least his persona. I don't know, behind the scenes or not. It seems like he could be a normal dude without money too.
Yeah, one time we were at a UFC and you get those good seats. Sometimes you get good seats. Sometimes you're like, oh, I don't have a ticket for you. Sit right behind me. And that's like when you can hear the punches and shit. That's like the best seats. And I went to go get something to eat, and then I was like, oh, these guys, just get them some hot dogs. And I want him. It was the Goldie era, and I just like brought him hot dogs. Like, oh, thanks. And you just fucking shoved them down their throats because there's 6 hours I can't eat.
Right. Let's go. Try it again. Third time's a charm.
Hello. Yes.
Oh, hi, sir. How are you doing today?
Pretty good.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Yeah, it sounds good. I'm fine, sir. Thanks for asking. So, sir, this is Johnny Hopkins. Hey, did you remember me?
What's up?
Did you remember me? This is Johnny Hopkins.
Oh yeah. What are you selling? I forget.
Yeah, sir, because this is the final call from my company. Okay, because you're not going to get any of the single piece of medications from my company. Okay?
But I gotta be honest with you, the connection's not great. I don't know what the call center's going on. What do you guys sell?
Your voice is breaking, friend.
What are you guys selling?
Your voice is breaking.
My phone is breaking up.
Your phone's breaking up.
Do you sell phone service?
Your voice is breaking.
Bro, I thought this bit would go better because I thought, I'll be honest, I thought the phone connection was gonna be better, so the bit would have been cool, but the phone breaking up, it's just not that funny.
Killed the whole vibe, bro.
Yeah, I've got a kid here I'm trying to fuck, and it's just kind of ruining it.
Your voice is breaking.
What's that? What city are you calling me from?
Hello?
All right, bye.
You gotta give them credit for like sticking through that.
That's such a glorious waste of their time.
He wants to sell that $20 thing so bad. He's like, I'll just ignore the kid.
One
fucking
time
part.
I was like, I've talked to the supervisors a few times, like, please take me out of it. I've said like, no, wrong number. No, that guy's not here. You guys keep calling me wrong number. And then I go to the supervisor. I'm like, come on, man. I'm never going to buy anything.
Yeah.
I was like, it was a weird time during COVID. We're all worried about it. I'm not, they're like, it could be a resurgence. I'm like, I don't want, no, please. I'm done. Like, we got other stuff. I'm like, what? Please take me out of the list. He goes, buy 200 pills right now. I'll take you out of my list. And I'm like, fuck you.
Did you do it?
So you did it.
No, I didn't buy anything.
I mean,
from
like,
him.
I obviously just said that. Like, I get calls a lot. I mean, you've gotten 3 calls since you got here.
I was like, man to
That's
man,
insane.
please. It's wasted for your time.
Yeah.
Bro,
Sometimes it'll go away for like
we
a
did
month.
gloss over the fact that guy just totally ignored him saying, I am trying to fuck a kid. Like, if you were doing cold calling and someone said, I'm fucking a kid, I think I'd probably just be like,
I've not hear that.
Not me.
I've heard
Not me.
Gen Z really likes guys who buy this shit.
Yeah, he's like, dude, I got Viagra. If that's what you're looking for. If that's what you're telling me you need by this kid fucking.
So wait, when are you? So if this is the case with your like, I can't imagine your.
It's funny. One of my friends, one of my rich friends, is gonna buy a vacation home somewhere in Europe, some like crazy place. And he was telling everybody else, like, that's so amazing. They're all making fun of me, which is fine. I'll be the whipping boy. Like, Ari, see, when you sell out shows ahead of time, you get to add second shows. And I'm like, all right, fuck you guys. And then,
But there is something. It's only you, really.
Yeah.
There's just like something more honorable about the way you did it. I don't know. It's like those
Thank
guys
you.
can make those jokes,
Yeah.
but there's a little bit of them that I bet wishes they were like Ari.
There's a Bukowski line. It's something where he's like all these like other poets of the time. They all have like nice houses and mansions because they'll do like these public speaking things at colleges. And he's like, that's not how you do poetry. You shouldn't do it. He goes, I'm working in a mailroom. And so they're all looking down on me, but they also all wish they had my balls.
It's
That's
kind
what
of
he said
that.
about the other poets.
And it's really just with you. Everybody else is just broke.
Yeah.
Anybody else who's like, no, well, I'm still like a real comic. It's like, no, you suck.
Yeah.
And you just don't have the goods the way those
so
guys
many
do.
sponsors
But
that I fucked
you-
over by doing a funny ad read and like change it. I'm like, no, we'll just go our separate ways.
Yo, the fact that you have any representation is wild.
It's crazy.
They must fucking hate
It's crazy. Nate said it once. Bargatze, he was like, I don't apologize for my friendship with anyone else as much as I apologize for my friendship with you.
But you know what?
What?
They all stay friends with you.
Yeah, exactly. So
know
this
you
vacation,
don't know why,
this
but-
European vacation home, it's like, and they're like, oh, Ari, you could afford a place like this, whatever you could. And I'm like, hey, this is all funny that I can't afford it. I'm the only one that could come visit.
I was gonna say, I'm the
The
only one.
other guys
Yeah.
can't clear their multi-million-dollar schedules enough to just go
Yeah.
out there.
Right.
I'm
And
the
by
only
the
one
way,
who can
so
afford to go.
maybe you don't go to like a chateau or whatever, but you're the guy I know the most that travels the world and like sees things and does the most shit. So
Yeah.
it's like,
You know who you kind of the Cormac McCarthy.
Cormac McCarthy
So-
from The Road and other books that I've never read, but I did
No
read
Country
that
for Old
one.
Men.
Oh, really?
But
Nice.
the
He's doing well.
the Blood Meridian was a big one. But when he died, this is like one of my favorite like
died?
little stories. He died like last year. And
no, I was just gonna try to link up with him.
I need some pills. I can't deal with this emotion. Just get me some pills, opium.
when he died, his second wife had told a story where I think it was after Blood Meridian came out and like it was like New York Times bestseller, all that stuff, and they were still living in a cabin, showering, bathing in the lake behind the cabin, and eating only beans. And it's all they could afford.
What?
And she's like, we're living like this, and colleges are calling, offering tens of thousands of dollars for
him to
Cormac
speak.
to come speak at the college. And Cormac would always go, anything I have to say about the book, I said in the book. And he'd hang up the phone.
Wow,
And I'm like, what a
nice.
fucking gangster, dude.
That's
awesome.
so fucking G. They did that with Dolly too. They tried to get on her about not speaking for like trans rights and gay rights. And she's like, why won't you say something? Why won't you put a statement out? She goes, I literally made over 50 Hall of Fame songs covering
About
your
this.
side of this.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
You're
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
You want me to tweet for you?
Right. Fuck
That's
outta
nuts.
here.
I put out.
So much more work. So
Yeah,
much
that's
better work.
crazy
Yeah.
what you're not associating me with.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
You know that fisherman like fable?
Yeah.
Got-
It's a great one.
Yeah.
That's,
And
I mean,
it.
that's the
It's like,
realest.
what are we doing?
Yeah, it really is the realest shit, though. It's like, but I do feel like, at least in comedy, there is a little bit of room for having it all because you do get to do what you. But like, I think some guys cross over too much and become Hollywood and have to deal with all the bullshit. But there's that sweet spot where it's like you're still kind of like on the road and doing your art that you love, but all of a sudden now you're rich.
It's you see the guys who don't come and do like local spots. They're like done being kind of like everyday comics.
Yeah.
If they're not going to the Stand in the Cellar, the Comedy
Right.
Store, the New York Comedy Club, places like that, just going and working on stuff for $25, it's because you're only kind of doing it for the money.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like, why would
Yeah,
I do
yeah,
this?
yeah.
Or just getting ready for a tour, and that's the only time they do it. It's like,
Right.
or do they go, oh, I thought of something, I want to
do it on stage. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is there something too when you have an arena like tour, you're not allowed to do that kind of stuff?
Oh, you are.
You are?
Yeah.
You're
Or you
allowed
can
to.
like not put your name on there and go in.
Right,
You have
right.
to.
But you can't be like a headliner at the Cellar. You can just go pop in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. The Cellar doesn't have headliners like that.
But you like
So like you mean like the arenas won't let you because they need.
they want the ticket sales to go.
Yeah,
Yeah, you couldn't do like a big. It's more like if you're doing a 1,200 seater and then you go do a 300 seater the night before. They're like, dude, you didn't sell out yet. Two
Yeah,
shows.
yeah,
What are
yeah.
you doing?
That makes
But like
sense.
in Denver, they were like, it's like I sell really well there. Like it's time to move up to the big theater, and like you could make a shitload of money. But I'm like, but the Denver Comedy Works is the best club in the country, and I love it. And I'm like, well, why would I leave an amazing thing?
Get the fuck out of here,
Jordan. What do I know that name? Oh, from Barstool. Hold on.
Jordan from here is calling you.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, she.
Hi, it's Jordan. I was just making sure you weren't asleep.
Oh fuck.
I didn't tell her we moved the time.
What time did I? Oh shit. All right, tell him I'm gonna be late.
Okay.
I'll leave now.
How late?
Oh fuck. Like I'll get there and like fuck.
What happened?
I don't know. I was like fuck. I had a late night. I was watching Warrior. I'll tell him I'll be there in like 4:35. Yeah. Fuck.
You actually overslept?
Yes. I'm sorry.
You do this every time.
Get my goat milk.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hopefully she's gonna come in and tell us.
Yeah, this is gonna be great. You actually overslept. You do this every time. Dealing with you is a fucking nightmare, bro.
It is so funny. Like while we're having this conversation.
Oh my god, the industry must hate. They're like, why did Kobe die? Why couldn't it have been you in that fucking helicopter? The world would have been rid of you. That's so fucking good.
I like to have fun. What were we just talking about? I don't know.
But wait. You made peace with the correction, right?
So I did 2 weeks in Denver. I did 2 straight weeks in Denver and had the best time. Skied in between, and it was like, and I made hella money.
You can do the same
not
amount. It's just more work for you, but you can do.
Yeah, but none of
you
it's
can do
work.
100 people 10 times or one 1,000, right? It's like the same idea.
I also cannot sell out an arena.
Yeah,
it's not like I choose not to.
It's. I find it silly. Some of the like arenas used to kind of be reserved for like 3 guys, and now
it was Dice, then no one till Dane Cook, which was 20 plus years later, and now it's tons.
I mean, it's like
Tony did 2 straight nights.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
You should have seen in LA all the fucking bitches. Male bitches when it came up. It was like Tony's doing Madison Square Garden, and it's like they wanted, like, you want to shit on things, and I go, yeah, he is, and he sold it out, and he's going to do another one and sell that one out.
Yeah.
And they're like, why? Like, because he's had this show for 10 years,
and it's
in
awesome.
the belly room, has recurring characters. It's so cool. I've done it 100 times. He just opens the door for comedians to be funny. It's so great. It's such a good thing, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah.
Yeah, like that's a perfect example of something that's like he did it for nothing, right, in the beginning.
Yeah.
And probably did it for nothing up until like 2 minutes ago, and then it fucking, that's the sort of shit
one little leap
that,
and then a massive leap.
Yeah.
But also always fun. It was never not a fun show to do.
Right. Except when Ric Flair was on.
It was so fun when Ric Flair was on.
That was probably actually the most fun, right?
What happened with Ric Flair?
He was just
He started drinking it too.
He was hammered, and Tony's like a huge wrestling fan, and like specifically like Ric Flair is like his idol. And Ric Flair was so bad that the crowd was booing. And I think, were you on it?
Yeah, so I came in. They made Lewis and Zach sit in the back row because like, oh, we got Shane, Ari, and Mark might come in. And they were going around to the mothership to go on, and I just went in through the back, and I was like, what the fuck? And just like, rip my shirt off. Like, oh, fuck. And then Flair was like, oh, okay, I know what this is. This is cool. He was like allowing it. And then we're sitting there talking, and we're making fun of one of the open micers. And then Flair just goes, if there's one thing you know about me, it's that I don't make fun of people who donate their time.
Yeah, he wouldn't make fun of people on Kill Tony.
And
it's
like
the whole
that's
basis of the show.
And I'm like, if that's the one thing we would know about Ric Flair, that's the one thing.
Everybody always says Ric Flair doesn't make fun of people who donate their time.
Like, what? And then I kind of looked behind me at Lewis and Zach, and they were like holding back, and he kept talking about his dead son and whatever. And then at some point, Lewis just like, and it was like, it just non-verbally, let's light this guy up. Let's light this motherfucker up. And Tony was like, no, please.
Tony was trying so hard to be like, this man is a legend.
It's his hero. Like, he wanted to do a whole podcast with him, like a separate whole series. And he was like, but then he sees like, Tony is great for this. He goes, this is the right comedic moment. He goes, as a fan of this guy and as someone who's trying to businessman, I'm really against this, but as a comedian, I have to be for it. I have to be.
He was so sad though. It was great.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, he keeps his morals there, Tony.
You would not be able to watch it.
Really?
It was a train wreck.
Yeah.
It was an unmitigated train wreck.
That took a big jump for him too.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah,
I
but
remember even
all these guys. Have you seen an arena show? No, you have.
Yeah.
I was at one with you.
Yeah. It's crazy.
What do you think of them, audience wise?
For not to kill Tony, regular stand up.
Stand up.
I've only seen Burr.
I mean, I
I
think
saw
it's-
Burr at MSG. Saw Louis C.K. at MSG.
I think it's pretty well understood though that it's not the best forum for the
Yeah.
art, if you will. But it's also
Like-
there's a different level. There's also another feeling of like, holy shit,
We're in this big
is
thing.
fucking
Right.
nuts.
I,
you
I
know?
saw Blink at City Field recently.
I saw them there.
Did you? What did you think?
Hey, this is where the Mets lose. I've never seen them before.
That was my first time too.
My buddy Matt Edgar, who I went to that cabin with, he's seen him 20 times. He's a SoCal to the core. He
Yeah.
goes, this is the best they've ever been. This tour.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they were great, but I thought the crowd wasn't.
It was too big. It was too spaced out. You're away from people. I mean, a small rock show at like the Smell in LA or like some small, like when you're there.
Yeah, it's like punk rock. You want to be like,
yeah, it's
Yeah.
so much better.
I was.
you know?
I walked away thinking Mark, Tom, and Travis put on a great show, but the crowd sucked. But it was cool to see them there.
Yeah, a little bit of fireworks and stuff. But for an arena show, you really want it to be like Roger Waters or Muse or something that used as the space.
Yeah, and that,
You
but like
know?
that's what I bring it up to say. Like that's kind of how I feel seeing the comedian arena show, where like they're doing their thing. The crowd's not great, but it's
Crowd's
cool to
not
see
great.
this
A
environment.
bunch of people are walking around.
yeah,
Yeah.
because that's the thing is you're like, I'll get up to go to the bathroom, and you don't
It's
do
like
that.
it's like sporting events. So
Yeah.
if somebody whistles loud,
Yeah.
you ignore it.
right.
I've never performed on one of those. I don't see how it could ever go good.
Well, I
If you're
think
a
it's just
conversational comic, it doesn't make sense.
I mean, you can't really do like crowd work. You can't. Do,
Yeah, and then when you're watching, from my perspective from the seats, I'm like, this is good. It's fun to be in it, but it's just like not as good a show as
You end up watching
as
it on the
stand.
jumbotron.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think that it's. What do you think is the best? A club, a theater,
Club.
like a 50-person club. You think is like the best?
Oh, that's interesting. I usually sit like a 300 seater. Sometimes it's like the 1200 seaters can be really good because they're all your fans too. But still, a club is so cool. You can hear everybody, hear individual laughs. It's a real conversation, like a 280.
You know what you should do is just flip the game and perform only in like 50-person rooms, and the tickets are like $500. There you go.
When I saw Dolly Parton, it was like fucking a lot of money, and it was a 500 seater.
Really?
Yeah.
It was. I was another story, but I didn't realize it was only 500.
Yeah, it's pretty gangster to be
Yeah.
like, cap it,
Yeah, so there were no even bad seats.
and then you like do whatever you want.
Could have spent a quarter of it and still been in a really good seat.
How much was the ticket?
I think $1,000, but it might have been $5,000. No way was it $5,000
I say even $1,000's not too like for
not too
500
bad.
people to see Dolly
for a
Parton.
legend and like 7 to 10 rows out.
Yeah, that's nuts.
You could see where her wrinkles would have been if she ever wrinkled.
What's the most you ever spent on a ticket for something? Is that it?
I think it might be.
Yeah.
And you became America's sweetheart. $1,000 and I got Dolly Parton. Are you gonna get married?
No, dude, I don't know. That shit's fucking.
Well, aren't
such
you
a fucking-
married? Are you still technically married? Did
No,
you get married just
no,
a
I
joke?
got divorced a long time ago
Yeah.
from that. Yeah, it just seems so dumb. I went to a wedding. It's so dumb. What? It's so fucking antiquated.
I would
It's like
agree.
you're
with-
publicly declaring your love in front of a fucking bunch of witnesses. It's like, on like Instagram or Facebook or I guess that's it. When somebody posts like 5 years with you today, it's been an amazing 5-year journey. I couldn't have lived without you. And it's like, why are you doing this publicly?
Yeah, I hate that
It's
shit.
embarrassing. That's what a wedding is.
I saw somebody the other day. It was like they just posted. They must have like a tripod, and it was this big fat guy, and he was just kissing his girlfriend, like sitting on like the dock of a bay, and like that was it. That was the post, and it said something like, there's a caption on it, and like the top comment with a zillion upvotes was like, not everything needs to be on the internet. Like, where do we?
It's like, I'm not a homosexual, but I am gay.
There's nothing gayer than
It's
that.
like, what
Posting
are
on
you
the internet.
doing? What are you bored for attention?
Yeah.
This is crazy. It's such a private moment. Or when people do this one, the ring thing, the post. I'm like, you're including hundreds of thousands of strangers, or just even a couple hundred strangers, or even 20 strangers. Why are you telling them about this?
I think
the
that's
engagement ring has gotten like. There's no
You
shame.
send a
There's
picture
no
to your
shame in that
friends.
game. It used to maybe be you're trying to like subtly like we're cheersing with my champagne and you can see my ring. Now it's just there's one of the slides is just like this is the rock.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And so you just brag. If you had to start from scratch on like, hey, let's make a union together for forever. What would you make up from scratch? I don't think it would be a ring. I don't think it would be a public display. I don't think it'd be vows.
I think you should definitely sign over all your financial belongings.
Definitely sign over for your
Definitely do
financials
that.
for sure.
Make it legal, binding, and financial.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
I think with all that, like, and this opinion is formed by my knowledge of very few young people, but like, I think that people are gonna look at our generation and be like, "You guys shared." Like almost like
what? Why?
I think almost like we were the first people to have this new addiction, and they're like, "Why did you tell everyone everything all the time? What the fuck is wrong with you?"
I hope they do that.
There was no pullback moment. There's still been no pullback moment. I think when you get married, you got to sign a prenup, which means you get to see all our friends' nips. I want that in writing. I want that in writing ahead of time.
That joke sucks, Ari.
Scrap that one.
Back to clubs, Ari.
So close to an arena, and then I did the pre-nips joke.
Where's Jordan? How come she hasn't come in here yet?
I'm stunned because
she would have told you. You're waiting there.
I just got the the alert
got a
that
text?
it should be 1:30. No, I'm saying it says like Ari Shaffir 1:30 popped up on my phone, so I should write it right. I mean, I guess we have 7 minutes till I'd be like, where maybe she's waiting till 1:30.
Yeah.
To tell you, like, you could be taking a dump right now.
What should I'll text her and be like,
Just okay. What should I?
chance Ari?
No. Should I just say like, okay, I'm on my way? Should I give her a time?
Yeah, be
Jordan
like,
Berry,
I'm
bad joke.
stuck
Oh.
in trap. Oh. Damn it. All right. Well,
Hold up. Is that okay? It was 3 minutes after that. Somebody must have told her I was here. Why are you so
I was
mean to
thinking
me?
there's no way she would have not like told us right away. I was thinking she's either like
Really
scared and coming
irresponsible
up
to
with
not
a,
say right away.
Yeah.
It's the first thing you do.
Yeah.
Just
Got
call the bosses and be like, oh, hey, Ari fucked us over again.
And
The one time wasn't my
You're
fault. It
actually-
was Big Cat who kept me there for way longer.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't view you as Segura and Bird always fuck us over.
Yeah.
We always end up with like 7 minutes of time with them left. But it's also the same thing. It's like the other guys go with them. It's like, hey, you have 45 minutes, and they go for an hour and a half, and they just fuck us right in the face. But yeah, I don't think of you as that. I think of you as disgusting and a liability. But I don't think of you as.
How much complaints do you get? Dude,
It's like they always say about Ric Flair and Ari Shaffir. Like, you're donating your time.
my favorite. I saw these reactions. I did Tucker Carlson show.
Oh, God.
Fucking sweetheart, nice guy, totally cool. It said like it was the first show back after the debates because we got to talk about that, And I was like, I don't know anything about it. I don't care about
They're
politics.
scraping
You'll
the
be-
bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, we'll be talking to a brick wall. I just don't give a shit about any of that shit. Goes, all right, we'll skip it. We don't have to talk about it. So we talked about other stuff, and the comments was so many of like, Ari, I'm done with you now for associating with this guy. And then like, this guy didn't read the real testament. He stopped at the first testament. That's why he's a heretic. Too nihilist. We're gonna lose our country. And then my favorite was, Tucker, I'm done with you now.
Yeah.
For having this
yeah,
guy on.
really?
Yeah.
Mutual assured destruction.
We both destroyed each other's careers.
You do have like you're talking about like not like knowing anything about the debate. I remember seeing you. I think you were at the stand once, and you were just kind of explaining your thought. Where you're like, yeah, I just don't look at the news, and then I don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
But-
bother
But
me.
there's
know what
also
you're
something
talking
about
about.
you. I don't know if it's because you travel, or maybe it's because people know that you like used to study religion or whatever. But I do expect you to be like well informed and have like I could go talk to Ari about those things, and then you start talking. It's like, oh, he's an idiot.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
I mean, especially when Middle East shit pops up, everyone's like, Ari, what do we do? And
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, man.
I mean, I know the answer is bomb them all. That's really the only answer. It's a corrupted system. It's like it's not gonna
You
work
cannot
out.
be saved. Yeah. So wipe them all
start
off.
from scratch. But like, but you get some nice Netherlanders in there and fucking repopulate
Some
with
nice
some
what?
fucking nice whites. Some people from the Netherlands.
Oh, some
get,
Dutch?
Get them in there. Yeah, get some Dutch in there.
Some
fucking.
Netherlanders there. I think about Neanderthals. I was like, what? Where's he getting Neanderthals?
Dude,
from?
What you're looking for is Dutch.
Yeah, I try to be a good traveler, but like I was in Greece and did my show, and then I was gonna stay for another couple weeks after that. But I was like, I'm gonna walk home, and the guy's like, no, we'll give you a ride home. I was like, no, it's I'm gonna walk, and he was like, oh no, you know, and I get it. This is what happens with all like comedians. They're like, let us take care of you, but I'm like, I travel a lot,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm good, man. I travel a lot. I know what I'm doing. He goes, well, then you'll know you're going to walk through the heroin part of town. They're going to rob you. I wouldn't. I live here. I would never walk through this. He goes, if you want to walk, let me drive you the opposite direction. And then you walk around. But like, that's crazy. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a really bad traveler. But you don't do any of the research.
When I travel, I think like Europeans I just don't respect them. I was in Dublin recently, and I got some beers with some buddies who are Irish, and they're from Dublin. And afterwards, it's probably like 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, and I was like, all right, I gotta head back. And they're like, Jesus, yeah, I know, you should be all right now. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna be fine walking through fucking. You guys don't even have guns here. Like, are you fucking kidding? You're telling me about like we're a dangerous part of town? What? They have knives? They're fucking coming in with sticks? Like, I'll fucking make it, dude.
Yeah, you're dangerous as nothing.
Yeah, dude. Like, we have guns
also,
everywhere.
isn't like everywhere? You know, it's like. Is Dublin now a dangerous city we have to worry about?
I think it's just certain parts. But even that,
but that's
generally,
what I mean.
they're not
Certain
doing
parts
anything.
of like everywhere is
Me
bad.
and Rogan
you know what I mean?
were in Rio for a UFC, and we had this like driver/bodyguard, and Rogan's like an alarmist. He likes seeing what animals can kill him around there. He was like, "Look at this spider! It's in Brazil." I'm like, "Is that in Rio?" He goes, "No, it's like 600 miles away in the jungle." I'm like, "Oh, dude, stop looking that shit up." But anyway, he goes, "Is it dangerous here?" And the guy goes, "No, you're two like men. They're not going to bother you."
Right.
They're looking for a lone drunk old man.
Right. They want boys.
Yeah.
Jackie and Stevie.
He's wearing that tan on tan. I like it. Reminds me of Skin.
Jesus. Well,
you can be interned on my dick.
You can be interned.
I'm not into boys. Fuck. I don't even know what I'm doing. It's something for the bit. I just kept going.
We're ending on that note. Not into boys. Cut the podcast.
Yeah, it's just like there's neighborhoods to watch out for, but also like you'll still probably be fine.
Yeah.
And worst case, it's like they're just gonna like take your wallet, and then you'll be like, I'll figure it out.
How's You Be Trippin doing?
It's doing great. Rob fucking Lowe is on.
Yeah.
I'm having all these people now start to reach out of like finding out like, oh, I travel also. I never get to talk about this. Can I? I just had Harlan Williams on. His episode hasn't come out yet. So cool.
Yeah, he's
so
cool.
good. I had this map. You went in the old studio. Now I have a new studio, and it's like in the background is a map, and he's like looking at it.
Sat like in a room.
Yeah, it was my spare bedroom.
It was a closet, bro.
Yeah. You'll go to the new one.
This reminds me of a picture I got sent. We can cut this if you want to.
Okay.
The
challenge.
I was gonna say, boy, that's
no, because it's just stuff about like your special.
Okay.
But Wonton Don did.
Wonton Don did it. Yeah.
And he sent me a picture of your wall, and it says. School shooting, heroin, Kanye, retarded, Gabby Petito, trans summer, Feitelberg, white privilege.
there it is.
It is all my set list. I'm trying to reorganize. You can leave that in.
I was like, yeah, all the big ones, baby.
Gabby Petito, retarded, Feitelberg. What a 3-person run that is.
I have some good bits in there. Yeah, it's just going well. It's just the people who should be doing it are starting to reach out. Like,
awesome.
Instead of like, hey, I want to do your podcast. What's it about? It's now like, hey, I actually have a reason to want to do it.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's fun. I sit there. Sometimes I finish an episode, and then I just kind of like me and Soder finished one on Iceland. We just like sat there and like sighed for like a minute. Like, fuck, I want to go there now.
Yeah.
My mom said it's like the better ones are the ones that make her want to go, and the worst ones are like, it doesn't make me want to go there.
Your poor mother. She listens to your shit.
Yeah, but even like Danny Polishik came on, was talking about getting dengue in Laos, dengue fever, and being in a hospital. It still was like, that's cool.
Yeah, it's an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks in the moment, but afterwards, like, I did that.
Yeah. Looking back on him, it's just like, had a U.S. Olympic gym skateboarder, silver medal winner. Came on to talk about.
You won
Paris.
this year?
Really?
Very cool.
Yeah, came right back and talked about it.
No shit.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I've been thinking about which one I would tell.
Yeah. What would you?
Probably El Salvador.
El Salvador. I haven't had one of those yet.
Yeah.
I've had to put a moratorium on Amsterdam, and just surprisingly, and Mykonos. It's like certain people like the same trips, and like I can't do another one about like how crazy it was to smoke weed in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it there first.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And then you also had a very
stripper heel up the ass
specific
and
trip. You had a Burt last second. That's an interesting. The whole getting there was part of the interesting.
Yeah, that was honestly the bigger part of the experience was that.
And then in Israel, surprisingly, a lot of people did. So I'm like, all right, enough of those. But then it's fun, different. Like my Israel's way different than fucking Jeffrey Osmus, who just did a year abroad. He's not even Jewish.
He did it in Israel.
He's
from what, Wisconsin,
He seems
Milwaukee?
Jewish though in a way.
He's from the Midwest.
Midwest, yeah.
Yeah, but he's got the.
Going Midwest to Israel for a study
That's a
abroad
culture shock. Yeah,
they're all culture shocks, but that one's got to be pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it from an outsider perspective.
You seen his joke about Caitlin Clark?
No,
or not even a joke.
Osmus?
He's just railing on her.
That'd
Just
be
being
nice.
like, she's ugly.
She's not hot. She's hot around a bunch of dykes.
Yeah. When he's like,
It's like a different scale.
You're a 3 because you shoot him and you are a 3. It's like, oh Jesus Christ.
His joke about the Olympic boxer was unbelievable.
Really?
I sent it to you. It was the.
I'm putting one up today about it.
The Algerian woman, and he was like, it was. I don't want to tell it because I feel like I'm gonna butcher it, but it was something along the lines of like, "Hey, come on, you're telling me an Italian woman doesn't know how to get hit by a man?"
That's funny. I think I've seen that.
He's great. He's great.
My take was that people were like, she's too ugly. It's not fair. We have something to lose with our face. She's such a fucking ugly bitch. She can lead with her head, and it won't be any sort of. It won't affect her dating at all. These regional beauty queens and a fucking monstrous pugilist wailing on her. That's totally unfair. I get it.
I got a Dove ad working after this.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Good
right,
stuff
boys.
as always.
Thank you very much, Ari.
Like your call was like, it's time for our semi-annual, twice annual, whatever.
You're by far our best recurring.
Really?
Guest. Well, in a lot of tied into what we talked about, you always say yes. You always do it.
Oh yeah.
So many people were like, yeah, we'll do it, or like
and
we'll
we
get
already
to
know
it.
each other. We probably started at 100 right away.
Yeah, we just go. But everyone now it's working out schedules and I got around my tour and I'll cancel and make it up again and it never happens.
Jump in someone else's Uber and get over here.
You know what the real thing that's tough is when people are like, I'm too busy. It's like, I know what busy means in this industry. It's like, I know that you're busy, but not really between the hours of 11 and 5 ever. So don't tell me you can't throw an
not
hour
too busy,
my way.
like, hey, this week's a little tough.
Yeah, I get it, but it's not like you're a surgeon
too
on
busy.
call
Too busy to make time for you.
That's what it is. It's too busy.
I actually just want to have a day to walk around and do nothing.
Yes, which
You
I
can't
also
say
get.
that. Yeah, I would
get
say
that,
it'd be nice
but
if
it's
you
also
said
like,
that.
every now and then, come on back through.
Yeah.
Things are going pretty well. Come on back.
Yeah.
But
I'll be
you
back
always
more
say
in 2. I'm only in and out one day. I'll be back in 2 weeks. Hella.
Yeah.
Then I'll do it.
Yeah.
Hella?
Well, the door's always.
Hella?
Yeah.
What don't you understand?
You just said I'll be back in 2 weeks. Hella.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense, right?
No, I'll be back in 2 weeks. Hell, I'll be a lot back in 2 weeks. I'll be back quite often in 2 weeks.
Dude, that
Are
is.
you having a stroke?
No, baby.
Is that how
NorCal.
you think you're
Fucking
supposed to use that
Oaktown.
word?
Yeah, dude, I know how to use the word hella more than any
this a
of you.
I don't think you're using
Is
the word
this a
hella
bit?
right.
I'll be back in 2 weeks. Hella means that's like in 2 weeks.
It's like the words
I'll
are
be back all the
backwards.
time.
I'll be hella back
No.
in 2 weeks. Nowhere is it cool.
No, it's not even
That's all
supposed to
you're
be in the
saying off
sentence
a
at
little
all.
bit. You're not saying it quite right.
I think I'm. You're from California. You're with Ari.
I'll be back hella.
Jackie's from California.
Where? Nor or so.
No, but he just shouldn't be using this at all. I don't feel like saying I'll be back in 2 weeks. Hella.
You're not from the Bay Area, so why do you say it?
Ugh, that didn't sound good either.
Well, Jackie,
What do you mean? I've been there a
Jackie's
lot.
a fake
I have hella friends
Californian
from there.
from Jersey.
I have hella friends from there. I've been
Yeah,
there
but
a
that
ton.
makes more
that
sense.
was right.
No, you
You're
guys,
putting it at the end of the sentence.
You're simple people. I know. I'll be back in 2 weeks. Hella. You come to this from such a fucking minor understanding of the fucking grammar of Oakland.
All right, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Click that button.
Or I'll cut off my finger.